The floating mirror is a concept that evokes a rich tapestry of images and interpretations, inviting us to explore themes of reflection, illusion, transformation, and the interplay between reality and perception in ways that span scientific, artistic, and philosophical domains. At its most literal level, the idea of a mirror that appears to float can immediately conjure images of a reflective surface suspended in midair or delicately resting on a body of water, capturing the surrounding environment in a seamless union of sky, water, and land. This evocative image challenges our expectations of solidity and stability, suggesting instead that beauty and clarity can be found in transience and impermanence. The phenomenon of reflection itself is at the heart of many scientific inquiries, as it involves the precise behavior of light interacting with surfaces. The study of optics reveals how even the simplest mirror can create complex illusions. When light strikes a surface and is redirected, it offers not just an image of what lies before it, but also an invitation to delve deeper into the nature of vision and perception. In many ways, the floating mirror becomes a metaphor for the mind, a reflective surface that both reveals and distorts the reality it encounters. Artists and writers have long been fascinated by the metaphorical possibilities of a mirror that does not merely lie flat on a wall, but seems to defy gravity. Such imagery invites contemplation about the boundaries between the tangible and the ethereal. In literature and visual art, the floating mirror can serve as a symbol of introspection, encouraging us to consider how our inner thoughts and memories reflect back to us in unexpected ways. Here, the mirror is not simply a tool for vanity or self-examination, but an active participant in the dialogue between the observer and the observed, a silent partner in the journey towards self-discovery. The image of a mirror that floats above a calm lake or drifts among the clouds is emblematic of the way our perceptions are continually shifting. Influenced by factors as subtle as the changing light of day or as profound as the evolution of our inner lives, this dynamic interplay between stability and fluidity resonates with modern artistic movements that emphasize impermanence, fragmentation, and the transient nature of existence. Technologically, the notion of a floating mirror carries fascinating connotations in the realm of engineering and design. Modern innovations in material science have made it possible to create structures that seem to defy gravity through clever engineering and advanced composites. In space exploration, for example, large, lightweight mirrors are integral components of telescopes designed to operate in weightlessness, where traditional constraints of gravity no longer apply. These mirrors, engineered to precise tolerances, capture the faint light of distant galaxies and allow us to peer into the history of the universe, effectively floating in the void of space as they reflect cosmic light that has traveled billions of years to reach them. Philosophically, the concept encourages us to consider the nature of reality itself. Just as a mirror offers a reversed and sometimes distorted version of the world, our perceptions can lead us to question the authenticity of our experiences. The floating mirror challenges us to differentiate between what is real and what is illusion, prompting discussions about the reliability of our senses and the limitations of human cognition. This inquiry is reminiscent of ideas explored by thinkers who have pondered the relationship between the external world and the inner self, suggesting that our understanding of existence may be as fluid and shifting as the reflections in a mirror suspended above a quiet pond. In a cultural context, the floating mirror can be interpreted as a symbol of transformation and renewal. Many traditions view water as a source of life and a catalyst for change, where a lake or river's surface captures the ephemeral beauty of a moment. When this reflective surface is imagined as floating, it takes on an almost magical quality, suggesting the possibility of transcending ordinary limitations and accessing deeper realms of consciousness. The mirror becomes a portal to another dimension, a space where ordinary rules give way to the extraordinary, and where the boundaries between the self and the cosmos dissolve. Moreover, the floating mirror can be seen as an allegory for the process of self-reflection and personal growth. In a world that is constantly in flux, where the only constant is change itself, the mirror offers a moment of stillness, a chance to look inward and assess the reflections of our own lives. It challenges us to consider how our perceptions of ourselves and others are shaped by memory, experience, and emotion, and how the act of looking at our reflection can be both revealing and transformative. In the end, the floating mirror is more than just an object or a concept. It is a lens through which we can examine the complexities of the world and our place within it. It reminds us that even the most familiar objects can reveal unexpected depths when we take the time to look closely. Its resonance lies in its ability to evoke wonder, inviting us to explore not only the literal reflections it offers, but also the symbolic reflections that mirror our innermost thoughts and aspirations, ultimately encouraging a dialogue that spans science, art, philosophy, and personal introspection. The whispering shadows are a quiet, mysterious presence that dance at the edges of vision, carrying with them the soft murmur of untold stories and hidden memories. Imagine stepping into an ancient, moonlit courtyard where time seems to slow, and every shadow, cast by crumbling walls and gnarled trees, appears to have its own gentle voice. These shadows do not simply darken the spaces they occupy. They whisper secrets of the past, murmuring like the soft rustle of forgotten pages in an old, cherished book. As you wander through this timeless place, you notice that the shadows seem to shift and sway with a life of their own. Their movements are subtle and unhurried, as if they are engaged in a delicate dance, a slow waltz that bridges the tangible present with the ethereal realms of memory and dreams. The interplay of light and dark is mesmerizing. The soft glow of a distant lantern barely penetrates the dense obscurity, allowing the shadows to merge and separate like wisps of smoke carried by a gentle breeze. In that fleeting interplay, each silhouette becomes a narrative in itself, a quiet reflection of what once was, and perhaps what might be again. There is a palpable intimacy in these whispering shades. In the quiet of the night, with only the sound of your footsteps and the occasional creak of ancient wood accompanying you, the shadows seem to lean in, as if eager to share their secrets. They outline the curves of weathered stone, trace the delicate contours of ivy climbing along crumbling walls, and even follow the path of a solitary figure making their way through the darkness. Every step you take is echoed by the soft, almost imperceptible sigh of the shadows, a reminder that nothing in this realm is ever truly lost. It only lingers in the gentle twilight between being and memory. As you pause at the edge of a broken fountain, its water long since stilled, the shadows gather there too, pooling in the depressions and crevices, like dark mirrors reflecting fleeting moments of light. You sense that this quiet assembly is not random. It is the careful curation of a long-forgotten past, a legacy of joys, sorrows, triumphs, and quiet resignations that have been etched into the very fabric of the space. The shadows speak in silence, their language woven from the soft hum of the night, and the gentle murmur of distant echoes, inviting you to listen with more than just your ears, to feel with your heart the resonance of a life lived in layers, each one a chapter of a story that continues to unfold. In the stillness, you begin to see that the whispering shadows have a way of transforming the mundane into the magical. The sharp outlines of everyday objects blur into soft, enigmatic forms. A simple bench becomes a guardian of secrets. A lone tree, its limbs reaching out like silent supplicants, seems to hold within its boughs the collective hopes and dreams of those who once rested in its shade. The interplay of these shadows with the faint light of dawn or dusk creates an ever-shifting tapestry, a visual symphony where every note is a reminder of impermanence and the beauty that lies in quiet transitions. There is also a gentle melancholy to these whispering shadows, a soft, bittersweet reminder that, like the fading light, all things must eventually dissolve into darkness. Yet even in that dissolution, there is a promise of renewal. For every shadow that lengthens in the waning light, there is a subtle spark that hints at the return of brightness, as if nature itself is promising that the cycle of night and day, loss and rediscovery, is eternal. In that eternal rhythm, the shadows become both a testament to what has passed and a herald of what is yet to come. The experience of being enveloped by these whispering shadows is deeply meditative. It invites you to slow down, to step away from the hurried cadence of modern life, and to immerse yourself in a realm where every detail is imbued with quiet significance. As you stand there, letting the soft darkness wash over you, you become aware of the gentle cadence of your own thoughts, each one a whisper, each one a shadow that flits briefly before merging into the greater whole of your consciousness. In this way, the shadows mirror the inner landscape of your mind, where memories, hopes, and unspoken desires coexist in a delicate balance. The beauty of the whispering shadows lies in their dual nature. They are at once elusive and profoundly intimate, always present, yet never quite fully graspable. They hint at the hidden depths of both the physical world and the soul, suggesting that behind every visible form lies a realm of secret wonders waiting to be discovered. It is in their quiet presence that you find the courage to face your own mysteries, to acknowledge the parts of yourself that remain shrouded in silence, and to embrace the truth that not every secret is meant to be illuminated all at once. In the soft glow of an approaching dawn, as the shadows begin to recede slowly and yield to the gentle light of a new day, you carry with you the memory of their whispered stories. Their soft murmurs linger in the air like a fading song, a comforting reminder that even as the darkness gives way to light, the essence of those quiet moments remains with you. The whispering shadows, with their gentle cadence and eternal mystery, become a part of you, a quiet, enduring echo of the beauty found in the interplay of light, darkness, and the spaces in between. The dancing light is an ever-changing symphony of brilliance and shadow, a luminous performance that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. In the quiet moments before dawn, when the world is hushed and the sky deepens into a velvety indigo, this celestial dance begins, a graceful interplay of colors that seems to breathe life into the darkness. As the light sways and shimmers, it reveals hidden contours of the landscape, softening harsh edges and creating a fleeting tapestry of wonder that captivates the heart and mind. Imagine standing on a gentle hilltop as night slowly gives way to morning. The first hints of light emerge, not as a blinding glare, but as delicate brushstrokes of silver and gold that tiptoe across the horizon. These gentle hues gradually intensify, dancing fluidly across fields and forests, turning every shadow into a possibility and every dark corner into a promise of new beginnings. It is as if the very fabric of the night is being rewritten in a language that only nature can speak, a language where every flicker of light is a note in an unseen melody. There is a magic in this radiant performance that goes beyond mere illumination. The dancing light speaks to us in silent poetry, its movement reminiscent of a dancer's twirl on a stage. It mirrors the inner rhythms of our own lives, the moments of joy intermingled with sorrow, the fleeting instances of clarity amidst uncertainty. Just as a dancer expresses emotions through fluid motion, the light conveys the beauty of transformation and the transient nature of every experience. In its ceaseless motion, we find a reflection of our own struggles and triumphs, a reminder that every ending gives way to a new beginning. As the light moves, it paints the world in colors that seem almost otherworldly. Cool blues and emerald greens blend seamlessly with warm tones of amber and rose, creating an ever-shifting palette that defies permanence. This dynamic interplay of color and shadow is not merely a visual delight, it is a testament to the power of change. The ephemeral glow of the dancing light teaches us that beauty is found not in static perfection, but in the constant evolution of form and hue. It is a living reminder that every moment is unique, and that life, with all its unpredictability, is meant to be embraced fully, even if only for a brief, radiant instant. There is also a scientific wonder behind this mesmerizing display. At its core, the dancing light is a celebration of the fundamental properties of our universe: light, reflection, and refraction. When light strikes a surface, it bounces, scatters, and transforms, creating intricate patterns that shift with every movement of the observer. This delicate dance of photons is both predictable and profoundly mysterious, echoing the inherent beauty of the natural world. It reminds us that even the most familiar phenomena hold secrets waiting to be uncovered, inviting us to explore and marvel at the intricate details of our existence. In moments of quiet solitude, when the hustle and bustle of daily life fade into a gentle murmur, the dancing light becomes a beacon of hope. It calls to us, urging us to pause and reflect on the wonder that surrounds us, a wonder that is as fleeting as it is beautiful. In the soft, rhythmic pulse of its glow, we are reminded that even in the midst of darkness, there is always a spark of light capable of dispelling our deepest fears. This light, though transient, holds within it the promise of renewal, of a new day that brings with it infinite possibilities. For those who have ever found solace in the simple act of watching a sunset or gazing at the aurora borealis, the dancing light is a familiar friend, a silent partner in the dance of life. It speaks of the power of persistence, of the beauty that arises from embracing change rather than resisting it. In its mesmerizing display, we find not only a visual spectacle, but also a metaphor for our own journey, a journey marked by moments of brilliance interwoven with the gentle, inevitable shadows of our past. Ultimately, the dancing light is more than just a natural phenomenon. It is a celebration of life itself. It invites us to step outside our routine, to look up and witness the magic unfolding above, and to recognize that, like the light, our own lives are a series of dazzling, transient moments that, when woven together, create a masterpiece of hope, resilience, and beauty. In every twirl, every flicker, the dancing light reminds us to keep moving, keep shining, and to always find the courage to dance. even when the night seems interminably long. Rippled reflections are the quiet conversations between water and light, a gentle interplay where every subtle disturbance creates a new, shifting image that speaks of impermanence and quiet beauty. Imagine standing at the edge of a placid lake in the early hours of dawn, when the world is still wrapped in a soft, muted hush. The surface of the water, smooth as glass at first glance, soon becomes a living canvas as a light breeze stirs it. Tiny ripples spread outward, each one distorting and refracting the world above into fragmented, dreamlike mirrors. In these moments, the lake is not merely a body of water, it is a storyteller, capturing the essence of fleeting moments and transforming them into an ever-evolving tapestry of reflected light. As the ripples travel across the water, they carry with them echoes of the sky, trees, and distant hills, rearranging familiar shapes into abstract patterns that are at once both recognizable and mysterious. The reflections seem to dance, shifting gracefully with every caress of wind, and for a few precious minutes, time itself appears to slow. There is a meditative quality in watching these rippled reflections. They invite us to pause, to breathe, and to notice the transient beauty of each passing moment. The interplay of shadow and illumination on the gently moving surface becomes a quiet meditation on change, an ever-present reminder that nothing remains static, that every moment is born only to dissolve into the next. In the shifting mirror of the water, the colors of the sky and the earth merge into a soft symphony. Hints of dawn's rosy light blend with the cool blues of the receding night, and the verdant green of trees along the shore becomes intermingled with the golden hues of emerging sunlight. This palette, ever in flux, reflects the delicate balance between what is seen and what is imagined. Each ripple alters the composition ever so slightly, creating an illusion of depth and movement that is both calming and profound. It is as if nature is painting a new picture with every heartbeat of the wind, a picture that tells us of the resilience and beauty inherent in change. There is a philosophical undercurrent to these rippled reflections that touches the core of our human experience. Just as the water surface is in a state of constant flux, so too are our lives, marked by moments of joy, sorrow, and quiet introspection. The fleeting images that appear and vanish on the water remind us that our perceptions are temporary and ever-changing, shaped by the interplay of our inner thoughts and external influences. They speak of the delicate nature of memory, where even the most vivid moments can blur and shift with time. In the gentle ripple of reflections, we find a metaphor for our own inner journeys, a reminder that every emotion, every thought, is transient, and that beauty often lies in the soft edges of impermanence. As you watch these delicate movements, you might notice how the reflections seem to whisper secrets of the past, a familiar silhouette of a tree, or a weathered building, now transformed by the rippling water, hints at memories long held in the recesses of your mind. Perhaps it is a reminder of a cherished moment spent beside a quiet pond on a summer's day, or a fragment of a dream that once brought comfort in times of uncertainty. These mirrored images, though distorted by the ever-moving surface, carry with them the echoes of what once was, inviting you to reflect on the passages of time and the beauty of memories that shape who you are. In the soft, rhythmic pulse of ripples, there is also an invitation to embrace life's uncertainties. The very nature of the reflections is to be ephemeral. They appear in one moment, then change form in the next, never quite the same twice. This quality can be both humbling and liberating. It teaches us that perfection is not found in rigidity, but in the gentle acceptance of transformation. Every ripple, every distorted reflection is a testament to the beauty of evolution, of growth, decay, and rebirth. It is a visual reminder that change is not something to be feared, but something to be celebrated, for it is in the shifting of form that new possibilities are born. The interplay of water and light also creates a dialogue between the seen and the unseen. Beneath the surface, the water holds mysteries that remain hidden from the eye, much like the depths of our own souls. The ripples on the surface are a fleeting glimpse into a deeper, more complex reality, a reminder that while we may only see a reflection of the world, there is always more beneath. This realization can inspire a sense of wonder and curiosity, encouraging us to explore beyond what is immediately visible and to appreciate the layers of beauty that exist in every facet of life. In the quiet spectacle of rippled reflections, there is a call to be fully present, to notice the subtle shifts in light, to appreciate the gentle interplay of color and motion, and to find meaning in the ephemeral. It is a moment of pure observation, where the world slows down, and every ripple becomes a brushstroke in the grand painting of existence. In these moments, the outside world and our inner landscapes converge, inviting us to meditate on the transient nature of both and to find solace in the delicate beauty of change. Ultimately, rippled reflections are more than just a visual phenomenon. They are a celebration of life's constant motion and transformation. They remind us that even in the quietest moments, there is a dynamic interplay of light, water, and memory, a gentle, persistent echo of the natural rhythm that underlies all things. In witnessing this subtle dance, we are encouraged to let go of our desire for permanence, to embrace the beauty of the fleeting, and to recognize that within each shifting reflection lies a moment of undeniable, transcendent grace. The Enchanted Maze is a living tapestry of mystery and wonder, a labyrinth where every turn and hidden passage seems imbued with magic and meaning. Imagine yourself stepping through an ancient archway, draped in ivy and soft luminescence, entering a realm where light and shadow play in delicate harmony. The stone walls, worn smooth by centuries of whispered secrets, pulse with an almost sentient glow, inviting you to wander deeper into its winding corridors. With each step, the air shimmers as if sprinkled with the dust of forgotten dreams, and the faint scent of moss and wildflowers mingles with the earthy aroma of damp stone. As you make your way along the meandering path, the maze unfolds like a series of interconnected stories. Sometimes the passage narrows, the walls closing in with a gentle pressure that makes your heartbeat sync with the rhythm of the stones. At other moments, you find yourself in a small, open courtyard where moonlight spills like liquid silver onto a mosaic floor, each tile telling its own tale of long-ago celebrations and quiet reflections. The sound of trickling water, perhaps from a hidden fountain or a gently burbling brook, echoes softly, as if nature itself is offering a lullaby to accompany your journey. The maze is alive with subtle enchantments. Along the path, you might notice a glimmer, a fleeting sparkle that vanishes as quickly as it appears, leaving you to wonder if it was merely a trick of the light or a playful spirit guiding your way. In one corridor, the walls might suddenly burst into a cascade of colors, as if the very stones are reflecting the hues of a setting sun. In another, an unexpected clearing reveals a grove of ancient trees, whose leaves whisper secrets in a language older than time. These moments of ethereal beauty are both startling and soothing, reminding you that even within complexity, there is an inherent, delicate order. There is also an air of mystery in the silence of the maze, while the occasional rustle of leaves or echo of distant laughter breaks the quiet. Much of the journey is spent in thoughtful solitude. The silence is not empty. It is filled with unspoken questions and the soft murmur of your own inner voice. Every fork in the path presents a choice, and with each decision, you feel the weight of countless possibilities. Is this turn leading to a hidden sanctuary, a dead end of despair, or perhaps the beginning of a new and unexpected adventure? The maze does not offer easy answers. It challenges you to trust your instincts and embrace the unknown. As you wander, you begin to notice that the maze is not merely an external structure, but a mirror reflecting your inner world. The twisting passages echo the labyrinth of your own thoughts and emotions. Just as the maze is filled with surprises, secret nooks, and sudden bursts of illumination, so too does your inner landscape hold memories, hopes, and fears that are waiting to be rediscovered. In the interplay between the labyrinth's intricate design and your own reflective journey, you find that the true magic of the Enchanted Maze lies in its power to reveal both the beauty and the mystery within yourself. There is a sense of timelessness that permeates every corner of this magical place. The walls, though ancient, seem to hum with the energy of life that has passed through them, of lovers' whispered vows, of quiet moments of introspections under starlit skies, of laughter echoing in hidden alcoves. This enduring quality makes the maze feel eternal, as if it exists outside the constraints of time. It reminds you that while life may be fleeting and full of transient moments, there is something eternal in the way beauty and wonder interlace with our memories. Even as you traverse the labyrinth, the maze subtly shifts around you. Perhaps it is the play of light at different times of day, or maybe the magic inherent in the place causes its very structure to reconfigure itself, presenting new challenges and delights. What was once a familiar corridor may transform into a mysterious passage with walls that seem to breathe, and what once appeared to be a dead end may reveal itself as the threshold to a hidden garden illuminated by soft, pulsating lights. This fluidity is a reminder that change is the only constant, and that every moment is an opportunity to see the world anew. At times, you may pause to simply absorb the enchantment around you, a moment when the maze's beauty feels overwhelming and all your senses are awakened. In that pause, every detail matters. The gentle caress of a cool breeze, the delicate interplay of shadows that create patterns on the ground, the distant echo of footsteps that might belong to unseen wanderers. These quiet interludes invite you to reflect on your own journey, to appreciate that in life, as in the maze, every twist and turn holds its own unique magic. It is in these reflective pauses that you understand the maze is not meant to trap or confound you, but to enrich you with a deeper awareness of both the external world and the internal self. By the time you near the end of your journey through the Enchanted Maze, you realize that the true enchantment lies not in reaching a final destination, but in the act of wandering itself. The maze, with all its surprises and shifting landscapes, becomes a metaphor for life, a beautiful, ever-changing path filled with challenges and moments of profound revelation. It teaches you that sometimes the most important discoveries are made not by arriving somewhere new, but by seeing familiar places with fresh eyes. Celestial Drift is a slow, graceful journey through the cosmos, a subtle, almost imperceptible motion of light and matter that unfolds over time like a quiet ballet among the stars. It is the gentle, meandering passage of cosmic bodies, as they trace their orbits in a vast, dark ocean, where every speck of starlight and every drifting nebula tells a story of ancient origins and timeless transformation. Imagine a night sky where galaxies, clusters of stars, and wisps of interstellar dust appear to shift with a languid rhythm, as if the very fabric of the universe is in a state of serene flux. This is not a sudden upheaval, but rather an enduring, almost meditative movement, a slow dance that mirrors the ebb and flow of our own inner lives. As you gaze upward, you might perceive a faint celestial drift, the slow repositioning of distant stars against the backdrop of a boundless, inky void. This subtle motion is the cumulative result of countless gravitational interactions, of the remnants of cosmic collisions, and of the inexorable pull of time on the fabric of space. In this vast arena, every star and planet follows its own delicate trajectory, contributing to an ever-evolving tapestry that is both humbling and deeply inspiring. The drift is a quiet reminder that change is constant, yet often unfolds in ways so gradual that its presence is felt more in the heart than in the eye. There is a poetic beauty to this celestial migration. It is as though the heavens are engaged in a slow, infinite waltz, a dance where each participant moves with an elegance that transcends the boundaries of space and time. The drifting galaxies and shimmering nebulae evoke images of ancient storytellers, whispering legends of creation and decay in a language written in light. Their subtle shifts, barely noticeable to the casual observer, carry within them the weight of billions of years, a narrative of cosmic birth, explosive supernovas, and the silent, dignified passage of time. In these moments, the universe reveals itself not as a static expanse, but as a living, breathing entity, full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. On a more personal level, the notion of celestial drift can serve as a mirror for our own inner journeys. Just as the stars slowly reposition themselves in the heavens, so too do our thoughts, emotions, and experiences shift with the passage of time. The gradual transformation of the night sky reflects our own growth, the way we change, learn, and adapt in response to the unfolding narrative of life. In the gentle motion of cosmic bodies, we find a metaphor for resilience and continuity, a reminder that even in moments of profound change, there is beauty in the slow, deliberate progression of our existence. It teaches us to appreciate the quiet transitions, the subtle shifts that shape our destiny without fanfare or immediate notice. Scientifically, celestial drift is a phenomenon born out of the dynamics of gravity and the expansion of the universe. Stars in distant galaxies, for instance, are not fixed in place, but are moving away from us, their light stretched and softened by the relentless expansion of space. This slow recession of galaxies is a cornerstone of modern astrophysics, underscoring the idea that the universe is both ancient and ever-evolving. Yet, beyond the cold equations and precise measurements lies a sense of wonder, a realization that the cosmos, in all its complexity, is orchestrated by forces that operate on a scale so grand that our human experiences become but a single, fleeting note in an endless cosmic symphony. In the serene cadence of celestial drift, one can almost feel the pulse of the universe, a steady, rhythmic heartbeat that carries the promise of new beginnings, even as it marks the passage of the old. The slow, graceful movement of stars and galaxies invites us to pause and reflect, to find comfort in the knowledge that, like the cosmos, we too are part of a grand, unfolding narrative. It is a call to surrender to the inevitable flow of time, to embrace the gentle transitions that, though imperceptible at first, ultimately lead us to a deeper understanding of both the universe and ourselves. There is also an aesthetic dimension to this phenomenon. Photographers and artists have long been captivated by the ethereal beauty of long exposure images, which capture the delicate trails of stars as they drift across the sky. These visual interpretations of celestial drift transform ordinary nightscapes into dreamlike panoramas, where every streak of light is a brushstroke on a canvas of darkness. The resulting images evoke a sense of mystery and transcendence, encouraging us to see beyond the immediate and into the infinite. They remind us that beauty is often found in the quiet, subtle details, those moments of stillness that hold within them the promise of something far greater. Ultimately, the concept of celestial drift is a celebration of movement and stillness coexisting in perfect harmony. It is the realization that the universe is in constant motion, yet that motion is so slow and deliberate that it offers us the space to pause, reflect, and marvel at its endless wonders. In the drifting light of distant stars, we find a symbol of hope, a luminous testament to the enduring, transformative power of time. It is an invitation to journey inward as much as outward, to recognize that every gentle shift in the heavens is a reminder of our own capacity for change, growth, and the pursuit of beauty amid the vast, eternal night. The melting hourglass is a surreal emblem of time slipping through our grasp, where every grain of sand seems to liquefy and merge into the next moment in an endless cascade of impermanence. In this vision, time is no longer a rigid, mechanical progression, but a fluid, ever-shifting stream, its edges softening like wax under a gentle heat. As you gaze upon this image, you're invited to see not just a tool for measuring minutes and seconds, but a living metaphor for the transience of life itself, a reminder that every second, once past, is lost forever in the warmth of our memories and the cool shadow of what might have been. Imagine an ancient hourglass, its glass surfaces warped ever so slightly by the persistent heat of a long, fading day. The sand, once compact and predictable, now flows like molten gold, pooling and rippling in patterns that defy the simple division of time. This slow dissolution is as mesmerizing as it is melancholic, a quiet testament to the fact that change is the only constant. Every grain that slips away carries with it a fragment of our past, a fleeting moment that cannot be reclaimed. And yet, within this steady flow, there is beauty, a kind of poetic grace that whispers of both endings and the promise of beginnings. As you watch the sand cascade, you begin to notice how the boundaries between past, present, and future blur into one another. The hourglass, a once precise measure of time, now becomes an abstract canvas on which life's experiences are painted in broad, shifting strokes. In the soft, unstructured flow of sand, the rigid lines of yesterday dissolve, and with them, the certainty of tomorrow is gently remade. There is a subtle, almost imperceptible music in this transformation, a silent symphony of moments fading and emerging, echoing the pulse of our own hearts as they beat in quiet rhythm with the world around us. This fluidity of time challenges us to rethink our understanding of the moments that define our existence. Instead of viewing time as a relentless march toward an inevitable end, the melting hourglass invites us to see it as a dance, a slow, elegant waltz in which each moment is both a departure and an arrival. It's as if the hourglass itself has become enchanted, its once sharp edges softened by the magic of impermanence, its inner workings revealed as a delicate interplay between the known and the unknown. In this light, Every passing second is a gentle reminder of our own vulnerability and resilience, of the bittersweet truth that nothing is ever truly fixed or final. There is an intimacy in this vision, a private conversation between the observer and the observed. The soft clatter of shifting sand seems to speak directly to our souls, urging us to cherish the present even as it slips away, to find beauty in the transient and the temporary. In its very act of melting, the hourglass embodies the essence of life, unpredictable, fleeting, yet immeasurably rich with meaning. It tells us that while we may long for the stability of fixed moments, it is the very impermanence of time that makes our experiences precious. Like a delicate dream, the melting hourglass holds within it both the sorrow of loss and the exhilaration of discovery, a reminder that every ending is but the precursor to a new beginning. This imagery of a dissolving measure of time can be seen as a mirror reflecting the human condition. Just as the sand melts and flows, so do our lives, carrying us forward into unknown realms with each passing heartbeat. We spend our days trying to hold on to moments, to pin them down as if they were solid objects, yet they always elude us, like water slipping through our fingers. And perhaps that is the true lesson of the melting hourglass, that life is meant to be experienced in its constant motion, to be savored in its imperfection and its inevitable change. It is in the very act of letting go, of accepting that every moment is transient, that we find the freedom to embrace the fullness of our journey. In the quiet solitude of the melting hourglass, we are invited to slow down and reflect on the nature of our own existence. Each grain of sand that drifts away is a symbol of a memory fading into the past, of a moment once cherished, now transformed into a whisper of what was. Yet within that gentle disappearance lies a profound beauty, a beauty that comes from knowing that nothing in life is static, that every end heralds a new beginning. The soft, inexorable flow of sand is both a farewell and a welcome, a promise that even as we lose what once was, we gain the possibility of what might be. There is also a quiet defiance in the melting hourglass, a subtle challenge to our desire for control and permanence. It asks us to consider that perhaps our greatest strength lies not in our ability to hold on to the past, but in our willingness to let it melt away, to allow time its natural course. In this surrender, we find not defeat, but a deeper understanding of life's rhythms, a harmonious blend of loss and renewal that echoes in every corner of our existence. The melting hourglass is a visual meditation on the paradox of time. That which is most relentless in its passage is also the source of our most profound transformations. The Soft Mirage is a gentle, elusive vision that seems to shimmer on the horizon like a whisper of a dream, inviting you to step closer even as it recedes into a delicate haze. It appears as though the world itself has softened, its edges blurred by the heat of a day that refuses to fully let go of its light. In this subtle illusion, familiar landscapes take on an ethereal quality. Distant hills appear to float on a cushion of light, and the outlines of trees and buildings are rendered in a wash of pastel tones, as if painted with watercolors by an unseen hand. There is a sense of tenderness in this mirage, a quiet invitation to lose oneself in the interplay between what is real and what is only a gentle suggestion. As you watch, the mirage seems to ripple like a delicate veil, each movement soft and almost imperceptible, yet filled with an unspoken promise of change. The air shimmers with a kind of warmth that makes every detail seem transient, a momentary flash of brilliance that fades as quickly as it appears. It is as if the landscape is caught in a tender embrace with the sun, both reluctant to part and yet destined to dissolve into something new. The mirage becomes a metaphor for impermanence, a reminder that beauty often lies in the fleeting and the ephemeral, in those moments when the world appears to be a soft, shifting dream. There is an intimacy in this gentle illusion that draws you in, making you acutely aware of your own presence in a vast, ever-changing scene. With each passing second, the mirage flutters and shifts, its contours melting like wax in the soft heat of the afternoon. It is not an illusion meant to deceive or to confound, but rather an invitation to embrace the mystery of change and the quiet poetry of life itself. You find yourself wondering if the mirage is a trick of the light, or a glimpse into another realm, a place where reality softens into memory, and every moment is a tender echo of something greater. In this soft radiance, the boundaries between sky and earth, between past and future, seem to blur. The sky itself appears to be part of the mirage, its deep blues and gentle pinks mingling with the heat of the day to create a canvas that is both vast and intimate. Shadows are softened, edges smoothed out, as if the world is being caressed by an invisible hand. In these moments, you feel the weight of time dissolve into a quiet present, where each heartbeat is as delicate and as transient as the soft glimmer of the mirage on the horizon. There is also a contemplative quality to this vision, a sense that, like the mirage, our own dreams and memories are similarly fluid and ever-changing. It calls to mind the way our perceptions shift with the passing of time, how the vivid images of yesterday may soften into a gentle recollection today, only to be transformed once again by the light of a new dawn. The soft mirage speaks to the heart of our longing for permanence in a world where nothing stays the same, and yet, in its gentle impermanence, it reveals a quiet strength. It suggests that there is beauty in the act of letting go, in accepting that every moment is both a beginning and an ending, a delicate interplay of loss and renewal. As you stand before this soft vision, you are drawn into a slow dance with time itself. The mirage seems to invite you to close your eyes and let your thoughts drift, to lose yourself in the gentle undulations of light and shadow that ripple across the landscape. It is a moment of introspection, a time to ponder the transient nature of existence and the quiet magic that lies in every passing second. In the soft glow of this illusion, you are reminded that even the most delicate, ephemeral things carry a profound wisdom, a wisdom that whispers to you in hushed tones, urging you to appreciate the beauty of life's constant transformation. There is a serene elegance in the way the mirage undulates, its movement slow and deliberate, as though choreographed by the universe itself. Each ripple of light and shadow is like a note in a silent melody, a symphony of impermanence that plays out in the language of glimmers and reflections. This quiet performance is not loud or dramatic. It is a gentle, persistent reminder that every moment, no matter how soft or transient, contributes to the larger story of our lives. The soft mirage becomes a symbol of resilience, a graceful testament to the fact that even in the most fleeting moments, there exists a kind of eternal beauty. In the heart of the mirage, you may catch a glimpse of something more profound, a reflection of your own inner landscape where hopes, dreams, and memories intermingle in a quiet dance. Just as the mirage blurs the line between what is real and what is imagined, your own thoughts may wander freely, exploring the delicate boundaries between joy and sorrow, clarity and ambiguity. This gentle interplay of light and shadow, so evident in the mirage, mirrors the subtle shifts within you, a soft reminder that the essence of life is found not in its rigidity, but in its constant, tender flux. Ultimately, the Soft Mirage is a celebration of the transient and the elusive, a poetic vision that captures the delicate beauty of change. It teaches us to find comfort in impermanence, to appreciate the way every moment gently slips away into the next, leaving behind traces of light that linger like memories in the mind. As you journey through this soft, shimmering realm, you come to understand that life itself is a series of gentle, ever-changing reflections, each one a testament to the quiet wonder of existence. And in that understanding, you find not despair, but a deep, abiding hope. A hope that, like the mirage, transforms and renews itself with every soft, luminous whisper of the passing day. The gentle spiral is a quiet, unfolding journey, a soft, ever-winding path that speaks of the gradual accumulation of experience and the quiet evolution of the soul. It begins with a single, unassuming curve, a subtle bend in the road that seems almost too delicate to notice, yet it carries with it the promise of transformation. Imagine a spiral slowly etched into the sand at the edge of a tranquil beach, each curve smoothing out the roughness of the previous one, blending past with present as it unwinds into the distance. In this gentle, unhurried motion, there is a powerful reminder that life's progression is not measured in abrupt leaps, but in the quiet persistence of small, consistent steps. As you step onto this spiral path, you find that each turn brings you to a new perspective, an ever-changing view of the horizon that shifts gently with the light of the setting sun. The spiral's design is not chaotic. Rather, it is a deliberate arrangement where every loop flows naturally into the next, much like the rhythms of your own heartbeat. With each rotation, you are drawn inward, encouraged to look deeper into your own reflections, and outward to see the world anew. The gradual curvature symbolizes growth that is both organic and inevitable, a process where every layer of experience builds upon the one before it, creating a tapestry of memories and lessons that defines who you are. In the soft unfolding of the spiral, there is also a meditative quality. Its slow progression invites a pause, a moment to sit and contemplate the gentle, rhythmic pulse of time. It is as if the spiral itself is breathing, exhaling softly with each completed loop, urging you to synchronize your own inner rhythm with the unhurried cadence of existence. In this state of reflective calm, you become acutely aware of the beauty in gradual change, the way that even the smallest shift can lead to profound transformation over time. The spiral is a metaphor for patience, for the idea that every experience, no matter how seemingly insignificant in the moment, contributes to the greater picture of your life. The gentle curvature of the spiral mirrors the cycles of nature. Just as the seasons flow into one another in an endless, predictable rhythm, so too does the spiral remind us that change is constant and yet, in its repetition, comforting. It speaks to the cycles of birth and renewal, of endings that gracefully give way to new beginnings. When you observe the spiral in nature, a delicate fern unfurling its fronds, the swirling pattern of a galaxy far above, or even the winding of a river carving its course through a rugged landscape, you see a recurring motif that growth and evolution are not linear processes, but circular ones. They expand outward, returning to themselves in a continuous loop that is both infinite and intimate. There is an almost hypnotic allure in the way the spiral draws you in. With every curve, you feel a magnetic pull that encourages introspection and discovery. It is a path that challenges you to leave behind the haste of everyday life and immerse yourself in the quiet wonder of the moment. In this space, the complexities of your inner world are reflected in the soft, undulating motion of the spiral. The twists and turns serve as metaphors for the unexpected detours that life often presents, a reminder that the journey is as important as the destination, and that every twist holds the potential for growth, learning, and self-discovery. As you continue to follow the spiral, you begin to notice how its gentle slope seems to lift you, almost imperceptibly, towards a broader, more enlightened perspective. It is as if each loop not only brings you deeper into your own consciousness, but also elevates you, offering a glimpse of a higher plane of existence. This upward, spiraling motion echoes the timeless quest for meaning and transcendence, a journey that many embark on, whether knowingly or not, in search of inner truth and peace. The soft, almost ethereal quality of the spiral speaks of dreams and aspirations, of the inner light that guides you even when the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty. The symbolism of the spiral extends beyond the personal. It is also a universal emblem of harmony and balance. In cultures around the world, the spiral appears in art, architecture, and mythology, representing the interconnectedness of all things. It is a reminder that life is not a series of isolated events, but a continuous flow where each moment is linked to the next. This gentle, recurring motion teaches us to embrace the cyclical nature of existence, to understand that every ending is, in truth, the beginning of something new, and that within the spiral of time lies the essence of life's eternal rhythm. In the quiet intimacy of the gentle spiral, there is also an invitation to let go, to release the need to control every twist and turn, and instead to trust in the natural unfolding of events. The spiral does not rush. It unfolds at its own pace, a serene dance of progression and repose. It shows us that surrender can be a powerful act, allowing you to be carried by the current of life rather than struggling against it. This acceptance, this quiet trust in the unfolding of time, can bring a profound sense of peace, a gentle assurance that even in moments of uncertainty, you are exactly where you need to be. The silent echo is the quiet reverberation of moments once lived, a lingering whisper that persists in the stillness long after the sound has faded. It is the soft murmur of memories in an empty room, the gentle reminder that every heartbeat, every sigh, and every fleeting glance leaves an imprint in the quiet corners of our souls. In the hushed twilight, when the world seems to pause and the clamor of everyday life subsides, the silent echo emerges, a delicate resonance that bridges the gap between what was, what is, and what might be. Imagine a long-forgotten melody, its notes now barely audible, yet carrying the full weight of its once vibrant tune. It drifts through the mind like a gentle breeze, stirring recollections of laughter shared on summer afternoons and quiet tears shed in the solitude of night. This echo is not intrusive or overwhelming. Rather, it is subtle and unassuming, a soft vibration that pulses in sync with your own heartbeat, inviting you to remember and to reflect. In its quiet persistence, the silent echo teaches us that even in the absence of noise, there is a profound language that speaks of hope, loss, and the intricate beauty of time passing. There are moments when the silent echo feels like the gentle hum of a well-worn record playing in the background, a familiar tune that carries the essence of all the experiences that have shaped us. It is the sound of soft footsteps on an empty corridor, the rustle of leaves on a windless day, the delicate whisper of the past intermingling with the present. In these moments, you may find yourself drawn into a contemplative trance, where the world slows down and the layers of time begin to peel away. Every memory, every emotion becomes a part of this quiet symphony, resonating softly within you, urging you to listen closely and understand that even silence can be full of meaning. In the dim light of early morning or the fading glow of dusk, the silent echo reveals itself in the interplay of shadow and light. It is in the stillness of a deserted street, where the remnants of yesterday linger like soft footprints on wet pavement, and in the quiet rustle of pages in an old book that holds stories of yesteryear. This echo, gentle yet persistent, reminds you that the past is never truly gone. It lingers like a warm embrace, offering solace in times of uncertainty. The silent echo is a testament to the enduring nature of our experiences, a quiet guardian of memories that both comfort and challenge us to grow. There is an intimacy in the silent echo, a secret conversation held between your inner self and the world around you. It speaks in tones that are felt rather than heard, a subtle vibration that stirs deep within, awakening dormant emotions and long-forgotten dreams. Perhaps it is the echo of a smile shared with a dear friend, or the lingering warmth of a tender farewell. Each gentle reverberation carries its own story, a narrative of moments that, though quiet and unassuming, have woven themselves into the tapestry of who you are. In these soft echoes, you discover the beauty of vulnerability, the realization that every joy, every sorrow, has left its trace in the quiet, echoing chambers of your heart. As you journey through life, the silent echo becomes both a companion and a guide. It reminds you to pause and listen, to the soft murmur of your own thoughts, to the delicate rhythm of nature, to the subtle interplay of memory and emotion. In the calm that follows a storm, or in the stillness after the laughter has subsided, the echo offers a space for reflection and renewal. It is in this silence that you may find the courage to embrace change, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to honor the fleeting yet eternal beauty of each passing moment. The silent echo also calls to mind the interconnectedness of all things. Just as the sound of a single note can resonate and merge with others to create a harmonious chord, so too do the individual experiences of our lives converge to form the larger symphony of our existence. Each quiet echo is a reminder that no moment is isolated, that every whisper of the past reverberates into the present and shapes the promise of the future. It is an invitation to recognize the delicate balance between holding on and letting go, between preserving memory and welcoming transformation. In the end, the silent echo is more than just a fading sound. It is the embodiment of life's gentle persistence. It is a quiet reminder that even in moments of stillness, when all appears to be silent and motionless, there is an undercurrent of life flowing steadily beneath the surface. It is the soft pulse of time itself, a delicate rhythm that beats on in the background of every day, urging you to listen, to remember, and to find meaning in the spaces between sound and silence. Allow yourself to be enveloped by the silent echo, to feel its quiet embrace and to understand that its gentle murmur is the voice of life, reminding you of its endless, tender beauty. In that quiet, reflective space, you may discover that the most profound truths are often found in the softest whispers, a testament to the enduring power of memory, the subtle magic of time, and the infinite capacity of the heart to echo its own silent song. The velvet horizon unfolds like a sumptuous tapestry at the very edge of day and night, a gentle meeting point where the heavens and the earth merge in a soft, embracing glow. Imagine standing on a quiet shore as dusk begins to weave its magic. The sky transforms into a canvas of deep indigos and tender lavenders, brushed lightly with hints of rose and gold. In that ephemeral moment, the horizon seems to soften, its sharp contours melting into a velvety expanse that invites both reflection and wonder. At first, the approaching night casts a warm, gentle light that skims the surface of the water. The ocean, normally a vast and restless expanse, now lies calm and reflective, a mirror capturing the delicate hues of the sky. Every ripple on this liquid mirror seems touched by velvet, as if the water itself has been transformed into a luxurious fabric, embroidered with the fading brilliance of the day. In that soft radiance, the boundary between sea and sky blurs. It is hard to tell where one ends and the other begins, as if the entire world is suspended in a tranquil embrace. As you watch, the light deepens. The sun, having dipped below the horizon, leaves behind a lingering warmth that slowly yields to the cool serenity of twilight. The horizon itself becomes a gentle band of color, a sublime gradient that flows effortlessly from deep, mysterious blue into the lighter, almost pastel tones of an emerging night. This gradual transition is reminiscent of a whispered lullaby, where every note is measured not in loud proclamations, but in soft, tender gestures that speak of both endings and the promise of beginnings. The scene is imbued with an almost tactile quality. You can imagine the cool, soft air brushing against your skin, carrying with it the faint scent of salt and the earthy aroma of wet sand. The rhythmic lapping of waves against the shore creates a delicate cadence, a natural hymn that soothes the restless spirit. It is in this moment of quiet splendor that you begin to understand the true essence of the velvet horizon. It is not just a visual spectacle, but a full sensory experience that invites you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to become one with the gentle pulse of the universe. In the soft glow of this velvety light, memories and dreams seem to surface effortlessly. The horizon, bathed in its tender luminescence, acts as a portal to both the past and the future. It whispers of moments gone by, the laughter of friends on long summer evenings, the quiet solitude of a reflective walk on the beach, the unspoken promises shared beneath the starlight. Yet it also holds the promise of what is yet to come, a subtle reminder that every ending is but a precursor to a new beginning. Here, in this serene twilight, you feel the delicate pull of time, a gentle invitation to let go of yesterday's sorrows and to embrace the quiet hope of tomorrow. There is a poetic rhythm to the velvet horizon, a silent melody that seems to echo in the stillness of the approaching night. The interplay of light and shadow creates shifting patterns on the water, a shimmering dance of luminance and darkness. These patterns move slowly, as if choreographed by nature's own hand, their subtle variations reflecting the continuous, unhurried flow of life. In that graceful movement, you find a meditation on impermanence, a quiet affirmation that beauty is found not in the grand, unyielding moments, but in the soft, transient whispers of time. As darkness finally settles in, the horizon retains a trace of its earlier glow, a delicate afterimage that clings like the memory of a cherished dream. The stars begin to emerge, one by one, in the vast expanse above, their twinkling light weaving itself into the fabric of the night. Yet even as the celestial bodies take their places, the velvet horizon remains a gentle reminder that the cycle of light and dark is eternal. Its soft hues persist in your mind, an enduring echo of a moment when the world felt infinitely tender and full of quiet possibility. In that lingering glow, you are left with a profound sense of peace, a gentle understanding that every day carries with it a quiet magic. a promise of renewal that is as constant as the tide. The velvet horizon teaches you that life is a series of soft transitions, each one a subtle step on the path to becoming. It invites you to embrace the beauty in the gentle, unassuming moments, the soft light of early morning, the whisper of the breeze, the quiet murmur of the waves, as each of these moments holds within it the seed of infinite possibility. In the end, the velvet horizon is more than just a meeting point of day and night. It is a celebration of life's delicate balance, a poetic tribute to the endless dance between light and shadow. It reminds you that while the world may change in ways both grand and imperceptible, there is an enduring beauty in the soft glow that persists at the edge of every moment. And as you carry that gentle light within you, you find the courage to step forward into the unknown, knowing that each new day brings with it the promise of another breathtaking, velvety horizon. The Dreaming Labyrinth is an intricate realm where the boundaries between waking and slumber dissolve into a maze of emotions, memories, and hidden desires. In this enchanted space, the corridors and passageways twist and turn in a gentle, perpetual dance, each curve offering a new secret, and each turn inviting you to explore deeper into the inner sanctum of your own mind. As you step into the labyrinth, you feel the cool caress of an otherworldly mist, as if the very air is alive with the echoes of forgotten dreams. The walls, shimmering with the soft glow of moonlight and draped in cascading tendrils of ivy, whisper silent stories of long-lost days and quiet, introspective nights. Every stone and every archway seems to pulse with a delicate rhythm, echoing the beat of a distant celestial drum that marks the passage of time in this surreal domain. Winding paths lead you into chambers where the ordinary is transformed into something ineffably mysterious. At times, you wander through narrow corridors that narrow further with each step, evoking a feeling of anticipation mixed with gentle trepidation. In these constricted spaces, the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming night flowers, their fragrance mingling with the soft murmur of water trickling from unseen fountains. Then, almost unexpectedly, you emerge into vast open courtyards, where the ceiling of the labyrinth stretches above like an endless canopy of stars. Here, the sky seems to merge with the labyrinth's own intricate design, creating a seamless tapestry of light and shadow. The interplay of darkness and delicate illumination reveals hidden murals and cryptic inscriptions, as if the labyrinth itself is a living manuscript, its pages written in the fluid language of dreams. In this realm, time behaves like a gentle current rather than a strict, measured march. Moments stretch and compress, the past mingling with the present in an intimate waltz that defies linear order. Every step along the winding path is a step into layers of memory, echoes of childhood laughter, bittersweet partings, and the soft murmur of long-forgotten hopes. The labyrinth becomes a mirror reflecting your innermost thoughts and emotions, inviting you to reconcile with both your triumphs and your shadows. With every twist, it poses quiet questions. What parts of your soul have you left behind in the corridors of your past? Which dreams still linger in the dim recesses of your heart, waiting to be rediscovered? In this introspective journey, you learn that the labyrinth is not merely a place to get lost in, but a sanctuary where the fragments of your identity come together in a harmonious, if elusive, mosaic. The environment itself seems to respond to your inner state. When you are filled with wonder, the pathways glow with a soft luminescence, as if the labyrinth is encouraging you to press on and discover its secrets. At times, gentle breezes stir the air, carrying with them the faint sound of a melody, perhaps the hushed notes of a lullaby or the distant strains of an ethereal flute that wrap around you like a warm embrace. Other times, the silence is profound and all-encompassing, punctuated only by the quiet patter of your footsteps and the whispered sighs of the ancient stones. In these moments, the labyrinth becomes a living testament to the beauty of stillness and reflection, where every quiet pause is as significant as the most elaborate spectacle of lights. Deep within the labyrinth, you may encounter symbols that speak directly to your soul. A weathered door carved with intricate motifs, a mirror that reflects not your image but a deeper, more truthful version of yourself, or a staircase that spirals upward into a shimmering void. Each symbol is an invitation to delve further, to explore the hidden narratives that have shaped you over the years. They remind you that every element of the labyrinth, no matter how enigmatic, is part of a larger, interconnected story. Like the delicate brushstrokes in an impressionist painting, these symbols contribute to a broader picture of who you are, a portrait painted in the soft hues of memory and longing. As you journey onward, the very nature of the labyrinth begins to shift subtly, as if acknowledging your presence and responding to your quiet determination. Corridors that once seemed confining now open up into unexpected vistas, and passages that appeared to lead nowhere reveal hidden doorways to secret gardens bathed in twilight. In these moments, you sense that the labyrinth is not a static, unchanging structure, but a dynamic, living entity that evolves with you. Its gentle transformations echo the organic evolution of your own life, where every ending is followed by a new beginning, and every moment of darkness gives way to a glimmer of light. There is a profound comfort in knowing that within this dreamlike maze, you are not alone. The labyrinth carries the echoes of countless souls who have walked its paths before you, each leaving behind traces of their laughter, their sorrows, and their aspirations. Their silent voices seem to mingle with the rustling leaves and the soft trickle of water, creating a communal hymn of existence, a reminder that while your journey through the labyrinth is uniquely your own, it is also part of a grand, collective tapestry of human experience. In this shared silence, you find solace and strength, a sense of belonging that transcends the solitary nature of introspection. The floating islands are ethereal, drifting sanctuaries suspended high above a world that seems both familiar and fantastical. They hover in a boundless expanse of sky and cloud, defying gravity as if by magic, and evoking a sense of wonder that is as timeless as the legends that speak of them. Imagine a series of islands that do not rest upon the ocean's surface, but float serenely in the air, their edges soft and blurred like watercolors dissolving into the horizon. Each island is unique, a microcosm of nature and mystery, with its own ecosystem, hidden waterfalls cascading into the abyss below, and vibrant flora clinging to craggy outcrops. In the gentle light of dawn, the islands are bathed in a soft glow, their surfaces reflecting the pastel hues of a waking sky. Wisps of mist drift lazily around them, as if the islands themselves exhale a cool, soothing breath. From this elevated vantage, the world below appears as a patchwork quilt of verdant fields and winding rivers, shrouded in the silvery caress of morning fog. There is a palpable stillness in the air, a quiet pause between night and day, where time seems to slow, inviting onlookers to lose themselves in the serenity of this aerial realm. These floating isles are more than mere rock formations adrift in the sky. They are symbols of freedom and the transcendence of earthly constraints. In mythology and fantasy alike, such islands have long been portrayed as havens for those who seek refuge from the ordinary, places where the laws of nature bend to the will of imagination. They echo the legends of Laputa, a fantastical flying island from Jonathan Swift's satire, or the fabled Isles of the Blessed that some ancient cultures believed were accessible only to the virtuous or the divinely favored. In this sense, the floating islands become a metaphor for aspiration and escape, a dreamlike promise that there is always a higher plane of existence waiting just beyond the limits of our everyday world. As the day unfolds, the islands begin to reveal their dynamic nature. They drift slowly across the sky like pieces of a cosmic puzzle, their movements gentle and deliberate. At times, clusters of islands appear to converge, forming intricate archipelagos that dance together in a silent ballet. A delicate interplay of light and shadow brings these formations to life, rays of sunlight streaming through gaps in the cloud cover, casting long, dramatic silhouettes against the soft blue backdrop. In these moments, the floating islands seem to celebrate the interplay of opposites, the ephemeral and the eternal, the tangible and the dreamlike. One might wander in thought about the life that could thrive upon such islands. Envision small ecosystems flourishing in isolation, lush, vibrant pockets where rare species of birds sing melodies that mimic the gentle hum of the wind, where flowers bloom in vivid, otherworldly colors, and where crystalline streams carve their way through verdant meadows. There is an almost magical harmony to these environments, a reminder that even in the most isolated places, life finds a way to thrive in its own unique, unhurried rhythm. The islands serve as both sanctuaries and symbols of resilience, proof that beauty can exist in unexpected places, far removed from the clamor and chaos of the terrestrial world. In the quiet of the afternoon, as the sun begins its slow descent, the floating islands take on a new character. The fading light deepens the colors, transforming the soft pastels into richer, more dramatic tones of purple and gold. Shadows lengthen and merge, and the islands seem to hover in a moment of poised expectancy, as if they are waiting for the final whisper of day to surrender to the coming night. It is in this transitional hour that the islands reveal their deepest mystery, a fleeting glimpse of what lies beyond, a universe of stars beginning to twinkle in the vast canvas of twilight, suggesting that even the boundaries between earth and sky are fluid, ever shifting with the rhythms of time. The imagery of floating islands is as much a personal allegory as it is a fantastical vision. They embody the human yearning for transcendence, the desire to rise above the mundane and explore realms of possibility and wonder. Much like the islands, our dreams drift in the vast expanse of our imagination, sometimes clear and vibrant, sometimes hazy and elusive, yet always carrying the promise of discovery. They remind us that life is not confined to the narrow confines of our immediate reality, but is a boundless journey of exploration, where each new perspective opens the door to fresh insights and infinite potential. Ultimately, the floating islands captivate us with their serene beauty and the profound symbolism they carry. They invite us to look upward, to let our minds drift beyond the everyday, and to imagine a world where the impossible becomes possible. A world where nature and fantasy merge to create a landscape of quiet miracles. In their gentle drift across the sky, we see reflections of our own aspirations and the ever-present hope that no matter how far we have to travel, there is always a place of wonder waiting to be discovered in the vast, open expanse of our dreams. The Starlit Path is a luminous trail that stretches across the night like a ribbon woven from the very fabric of dreams, a delicate guide in the darkness that invites you to journey inward as much as it leads you outward. Imagine standing beneath a vast, ink-black sky, where each star burns with a quiet brilliance, its light ancient yet ever-renewing, scattered in a soft cosmic dance. This path, barely visible at first glance, gradually reveals itself as a gentle glimmer along the horizon, a shimmering guide that beckons you to step forward into a realm where time seems to slow and the whispers of the universe become clear. In the cool stillness of night, as the hustle of the day fades into memory, you begin to follow this subtle beam of light. With each step along the starlit path, the world around you transforms. Familiar shapes soften into silhouettes, and the edges of reality blur into a gentle haze. The path itself seems to be made not of solid ground, but of pure, intermingled light and shadow, each footfall echoing softly, as if the earth itself is whispering ancient secrets. It is a journey that does not shout its purpose, but rather offers its guidance in a tender murmur, encouraging you to trust in the quiet glow ahead. As you walk, the stars overhead appear to align in a silent chorus, their steady twinkling a reminder of the eternal cycles that govern the cosmos. These celestial markers serve as both companions and sentinels, each one a beacon of hope and continuity. The farther you travel, the more you become aware of how the starlit path mirrors the inner workings of your own soul. Every twist and turn of the illuminated trail invites introspection, a chance to reflect on the memories that light up your heart and the dreams that propel you forward even in the darkest of times. The beauty of the path lies not only in its visual splendor, but in the sense of quiet assurance it imparts. Here, the pressures of daily life seem to recede, replaced by a serene awareness of the present moment. With every gentle step, you feel a soft, unspoken promise that you are exactly where you need to be, moving steadily toward a destination that is as much about self-discovery as it is about reaching a physical place. The stars overhead, constant and unyielding in their light, seem to suggest that even the most fleeting moments can be eternal if you choose to see them that way. In the hush of the night, the path becomes a canvas upon which the interplay of light and shadow paints fleeting images of wonder. The sky, deep and vast, shifts subtly from hues of midnight blue to soft lavender as the first hints of dawn whisper at its edges. The gentle illumination of the stars reflects on dew-laden grass and on the delicate petals of nocturnal blooms, creating a symphony of glimmers that both mesmerizes and comforts. It is as if the entire universe has conspired to create a moment of perfect balance, a time when the boundary between the seen and the unseen dissolves into a tender embrace. As you continue along the starlit path, the air grows cool and crisp, carrying with it the scent of night-blooming flowers and the distant murmur of a sleeping world. In the quiet, you begin to sense that this journey is not just a physical passage, but a metaphor for the evolution of the self. Each star, each flicker of light, is like a small memory or a quiet hope, merging together to form a tapestry of experiences that define who you are. The path encourages you to leave behind the clutter of yesterday, to shed the weight of regrets, and to move forward with the gentle certainty that every ending is also a new beginning. There is a profound intimacy in the solitude of this nocturnal journey. The starlit path invites you to let go of your need to control every moment, and instead to surrender to the natural rhythm of life. In its soft, persistent glow, you find not just a route through the dark, but a meditation on impermanence and the ever-changing nature of existence. It is in these quiet, reflective steps that you come to understand the beauty of life's transient nature, a beauty that is fleeting yet infinitely precious. The light from the stars does not demand your attention. It gently coaxes it, drawing you into a state of peaceful awareness, where every moment is savored like the soft echo of a long-forgotten lullaby. As the night deepens and the path winds ever onward, you feel a gradual sense of uplift, a lightness that comes from trusting in the journey rather than fretting over the destination. The stars, in their silent vigil, reassure you that you are part of a larger, cosmic dance, a grand tapestry in which every flicker of light, every step along the path, contributes to the magnificent story of the universe. And even as the night gives way to the subtle blush of dawn, the memory of the Starlit Path remains etched in your mind, a reminder that in every dark hour there is a soft, unwavering light ready to guide you forward. The flowing colors are an ever-changing cascade of hues that seem to breathe life into the very air around us, a visual symphony where every tint, shade, and tone moves with a gentle, fluid grace, as if painted by the hand of nature itself. Imagine standing in a vast, open field at the break of dawn, when the sky is a canvas of soft pastels, slowly deepening into richer hues as the sun ascends. The colors merge and separate like water in a stream, each droplet of light reflecting a different emotion, a different story. There's an almost hypnotic quality in watching these colors shift and flow, as if the world were a living painting continuously being remade before your eyes. At first, you see the lightest blushes of pink and lavender, the remnants of night slowly giving way to the warmth of a new day. These soft colors gently spill over the horizon, drawing your gaze upward as they mix with the light blues of the early morning sky. As the sun climbs higher, the colors intensify. Vibrant oranges and fiery reds burst forth, illuminating the clouds and casting long, dramatic shadows across the land. This dynamic interplay of hues is like a silent dialogue between light and darkness, each color a note in an unfolding melody that speaks to the heart in its most elemental way. Walking along this visual journey, you become aware of how the flowing colors seem to mirror the rhythms of life. They are not static, rather, they pulse and undulate, echoing the fluidity of our own emotions and experiences. Just as a gentle stream can carve its way through rock over time, so too do these colors gradually reshape the landscape of our perceptions. They invite you to pause, to truly see, and to appreciate that beauty is often found not in the bold and permanent, but in the ephemeral, in the subtle transitions that remind you how every moment is fleeting, yet filled with possibility. In the midst of this vibrant display, there is a quiet sense of unity. The colors blend seamlessly into one another, forming a tapestry that is both chaotic and perfectly ordered, a delicate balance that reflects the intricate harmony of nature. This unity is a reminder that life, with all its diverse experiences and emotions, is a continuous flow, where every moment is connected, and every hue, no matter how transient, plays a role in the larger picture. The sight of these flowing colors evokes a feeling of liberation, as if you are being gently carried along a current of beauty that transcends time and space. The experience of witnessing the flowing colors can be both uplifting and profoundly introspective. In their ever-changing patterns, you might see reflections of your own inner landscape, a mix of joy and sorrow, hope and melancholy. It's as if the colors communicate in a language beyond words, offering solace and inspiration in equal measure. They invite you to let go of the need for permanence and to embrace the impermanence that defines existence. In that acceptance, there is a deep, almost spiritual liberation, a realization that, much like the colors themselves, our lives are a series of moments that flow into one another, each contributing to the rich mosaic of our being. As the day unfolds, the palette of the sky shifts once again, evolving into cooler, deeper tones. The warm vibrancy of sunrise gives way to the serene blues and purples of late afternoon, until finally, as dusk approaches, the colors become soft and muted, a gentle farewell to the day. This transition is a quiet reminder of life's cyclical nature, where every ending carries within it the promise of a new beginning. It is a moment to reflect on the beauty of change, to appreciate that every color, no matter how bold or subtle, has its place in the continuum of time. In the stillness of the evening, as you stand beneath a sky slowly darkening into night, the flowing colors leave behind a lingering glow, a memory of the day's vibrant dance. This afterglow is a subtle echo, a gentle reminder that the beauty of the flowing colors is not confined to the moment, but continues to resonate, inviting you to carry that sense of wonder and possibility into the quiet hours of the night. Ultimately, the flowing colors are more than just a visual phenomenon. They are a metaphor for life itself, dynamic, ever-changing, and full of hidden depths. They encourage you to see beauty in the transitions, to find meaning in the shifting interplay of light and shadow, and to understand that every moment, like every color, is a vital part of the grand, ever-evolving tapestry of existence. In embracing the flowing colors, you learn that beauty is not static, but a gentle, continuous movement that mirrors the very essence of being, fluid, transformative, and always, always full of promise. The Quiet Cascade is a gentle, continuous flow of sound and light that evokes the calm and enduring rhythm of nature, a serene procession that seems to whisper the secrets of time. Imagine a secluded glen where a small, crystal-clear waterfall tumbles over smooth, time-worn stones, its motion soft and unhurried, like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. The water, cool and delicate, moves in a quiet cascade, a sequence of liquid moments that glide over one another in effortless harmony, each droplet a note in an unspoken symphony of serenity. As the cascade unfurls, the sound it produces is not the roar of a raging torrent, but rather a muted murmur, a soothing rustle that fills the air with a sense of gentle reassurance and introspection. In the dappled light of early morning, when the sun is just beginning to stretch its rays across the horizon, the Quiet Cascade reveals its understated beauty. The soft glow of dawn caresses the falling water, turning it into strands of shimmering silver that contrast with the deep, tranquil blues of the surrounding pool. The mist rising from the cascade catches the light like tiny prisms, scattering delicate rainbows that seem to fade as quickly as they appear, a fleeting dance of color that mirrors the transient nature of all things. It is a moment of exquisite balance, where the subtle interplay of light and water invites you to pause and reflect on the ephemeral beauty of life. As you draw closer to the cascade, you notice how each movement of the water is a study in graceful continuity. The flow is unbroken, a gentle curve that draws you inward, coaxing you to follow its path deeper into the heart of the glen. The water slips silently over each stone, smoothing away rough edges and leaving behind a polished surface that speaks of patience and time. There is a quiet meditation in its steady progress, a reminder that transformation often happens in the softest, most unassuming moments, where even the smallest act of persistence creates a ripple of change that can shape the landscape of our lives. In this secluded sanctuary, the environment around the cascade seems to merge into a single, fluid whole. The surrounding trees, their leaves glistening with dew, stand as silent sentinels watching over the water's journey. Their reflections shimmer on the surface of the pool below, distorted and yet beautifully whole, like memories that have softened over time. The air is filled with the subtle fragrance of wet earth and wildflowers, a scent that speaks of renewal and the quiet magic of nature. In the gentle sound of the cascade, you can hear echoes of distant laughter, perhaps memories of a time when life was simpler and every moment was savored like a precious secret. There is also an inherent symbolism in the Quiet Cascade, a metaphor for the inner workings of the soul. Much like the water that flows effortlessly over its ancient bed, our thoughts and emotions move in a quiet, sometimes imperceptible stream, carving out channels in our hearts that are uniquely our own. The cascade reminds us that even when life seems to be in constant motion, there is a place of stillness within, a sanctuary where our deepest truths reside. In its soft, unrelenting flow, you find an invitation to let go of the rush and clamor of everyday life, to embrace a pace that is measured by the gentle passage of each moment, and to recognize that there is profound beauty in the act of simply being. The cascade also offers a lesson in resilience and renewal. The water, though delicate in its descent, has the power to erode even the toughest rock over time, a quiet force that slowly but surely transforms its surroundings. This gentle yet persistent energy is a testament to the strength that lies in softness, a reminder that even the most unassuming elements can affect change when given the time and space to work their magic. It teaches us that life's most significant transformations often occur not through abrupt upheavals, but through the steady, almost imperceptible progression of time, where each small moment builds upon the last to create something enduring and beautiful. As the day advances, the Quiet Cascade shifts in character. In the warmth of the afternoon, the light takes on a richer quality, and the water appears to glow with an inner radiance. Shadows lengthen and soften, blending into the gentle hum of the natural world. The cascade becomes a living mural, its ever-changing patterns reflecting the myriad colors of the sky, from the soft pastels of early morning to the deep, vibrant hues of sunset. Each phase of light transforms the cascade, offering a new perspective, a new reason to marvel at its delicate artistry. In the later hours of the day, as twilight descends, the cascade enters a phase of hushed reverence. The fading light casts a serene glow over the glen, and the sound of the water becomes a quiet, constant companion in the gathering dusk. It is a time for reflection, a period when the external beauty of the cascade mirrors the inner calm that settles over the soul. In this tranquil interlude, the quiet murmur of the falling water seems to carry with it all the wisdom of the ages, whispering of life's endless cycles of growth, decay, and rebirth. The luminous veil is a delicate shroud of radiant mystery that drapes over the world like a whisper of ancient light, a soft, almost imperceptible curtain that separates the known from the dreamlike realm beyond. Imagine standing at the edge of twilight, where the last embers of day blend seamlessly with the oncoming dusk, and a gentle glow begins to emerge. This veil, shimmering with a subtle iridescence, appears to be woven from the very essence of light itself, each filament of brilliance mingling with shadow to create a tapestry that is both transient and timeless. As you gaze upon the horizon, the luminous veil unfolds like a gentle promise. It is as if nature herself has draped a silken, ethereal fabric over the landscape, softening the harsh lines of reality and inviting you into a world where time slows and every moment is suspended in a quiet, reflective pause. The colors shift delicately, soft lavenders, blush pinks, and cool cerulean hues dance together in a harmonious interplay, each shade merging into the next like brushstrokes on a vast celestial canvas. This gradual transition, so subtle yet profound, speaks of transformation and renewal, echoing the eternal cycle of day giving way to night and night yielding to dawn. In the gentle luminescence of this veil, the familiar becomes enchanted. The outlines of trees and distant hills blur into mysterious silhouettes, and the world is imbued with a softness that seems to erase the rough edges of everyday life. The luminous veil acts as a filter for the chaos, transforming the landscape into a dreamscape where even the smallest details, dew on a spider's web, the glint of a hidden stream, the quiet flutter of a bird's wing, are revealed in a new, tender light. It is a moment of suspended reality, where the ordinary is elevated to the extraordinary, and every whisper of light carries the promise of untold stories. Walking along this gentle passage, you become acutely aware of the interplay between the seen and the unseen. The veil seems to conceal as much as it reveals, hinting at secrets that lie just beyond the edge of perception. It is as if each ray of light is a messenger from another realm, carrying with it echoes of distant memories and the quiet murmur of hopes yet to be fulfilled. The subtle play of illumination and darkness creates an atmosphere of introspection, a soft invitation to delve deep into your own inner world, to uncover the layers of emotion, desire, and quiet strength that often remain hidden beneath the surface of our busy lives. There is a meditative quality in the luminous veil's silent presence. Its light is neither harsh nor demanding. It caresses the earth with a gentleness that soothes the soul and quiets the mind. In its glow, you might find yourself pausing to listen to the soft rustle of leaves or the distant murmur of water, a natural symphony that, together with the veil's serene radiance, creates a space for reflection and renewal. It is a moment to let go of the urgency of the day, to surrender to the quiet magic of the evening, and to allow the steady pulse of light to guide you into a state of calm awareness. As night deepens, the luminous veil takes on an even more enchanting quality. Under the velvet expanse of the sky, the veil appears to pulse with an inner life, its glow intensifying and softening in a rhythmic cadence that mirrors the gentle beating of your heart. The stars above emerge as tiny sparks of wonder, scattered across the dark canvas in patterns that seem both random and divinely orchestrated. Their light, filtered through the ethereal veil, creates a shimmering mosaic that dances in time with the quiet pulse of the universe, a celestial ballet that invites you to lose yourself in its serene beauty. There is also an intimate symbolism in this luminous shroud, a metaphor for the delicate balance between concealment and revelation. Just as the veil hides and unveils, so too do our lives oscillate between moments of clarity and obscurity. In the soft light, memories and dreams become intertwined, each flicker of brilliance a reminder that what is hidden is never truly lost. The luminous veil suggests that even in the depths of darkness, there is a persistent glow, a quiet, enduring light that carries the essence of hope and the promise of new beginnings. It is a reminder that every ending is but a prelude to a transformation, and that within every shadow lies the seed of luminous possibility. Ultimately, the luminous veil is not merely a phenomenon of light. It is an invitation to experience the world in a state of gentle wonder, to appreciate the quiet transitions that define our existence, and to recognize that the beauty of life often lies in its soft, ephemeral moments. It calls on you to see beyond the immediate, to trust in the subtle interplay of light and shadow, and to embrace the mystery of what lies just beyond our sight. In the embrace of the veil's gentle glow, you discover that there is a profound serenity in allowing life to unfold in its own time, a delicate balance of revealing and concealing, of whispering truths and igniting dreams. And as you step forward into the night, guided by the soft radiance of the luminous veil, you carry with you the timeless reminder that even the quietest light has the power to illuminate the darkest paths. The Tranquil Garden is a serene haven where nature's gentle murmurs invite you to leave behind the clamor of everyday life and step into a world of quiet reflection. Imagine entering through an arched gateway overgrown with ivy, where the soft rustle of leaves and the faint fragrance of jasmine greet you like an old friend. The garden unfolds slowly along a winding cobblestone path, each step revealing new treasures, a secluded pond where the surface shimmers with reflections of overhanging willow branches, clusters of wild flowers that burst in color against the deep green of moss-covered stones, and ancient trees whose limbs stretch out like protective arms. In this garden, time seems to slow. The air is cool and still, punctuated only by the delicate trickle of water from a hidden fountain and the distant song of a solitary bird. Sunlight filters through the canopy above, casting playful patterns of light and shadow on the ground, a quiet dance that changes with every passing moment. The interplay of these gentle hues and the soft murmur of the natural world creates an atmosphere of profound calm, where worries fade like morning mist. As you wander further, you come upon a small clearing where a weathered wooden bench invites you to sit and simply be. Here, the garden offers not just beauty, but a sense of renewal. The murmuring water, the caress of a mild breeze, and the subtle scent of damp earth combine to create a living meditation. In these moments, every element seems to whisper that growth is continuous and healing is always possible. The garden, with its ever-changing tapestry of color and light, becomes a metaphor for the quiet evolution of the soul, a reminder that life, in all its complexity, unfolds in moments of stillness as much as in bursts of activity. The design of the garden is as much an art as it is a natural wonder. Winding paths lead you past carefully placed sculptures, each one a silent testament to a moment of inspiration. A small stone arch, weathered and timeless, frames a patch of delicate ferns that have found solace in the garden's nurturing embrace. Every turn holds the promise of discovery, whether it's the glint of dew on a spider's web spun between branches, or the gentle ripple of the pond disturbed by a falling leaf. Each detail, no matter how minute, contributes to the garden's overall harmony, a reminder that beauty often lies in the quiet, unseen corners of our world. In the soft, golden hours before dusk, the garden transforms once again. The fading light bathes the landscape in a warm, ethereal glow, turning the greens into deep emeralds and the wildflowers into soft bursts of pastel. Shadows lengthen and merge, lending a dreamlike quality to the scene. The tranquil sounds become even more pronounced, a gentle symphony of nature where the winds whisper through the trees, the murmur of the water, and the occasional rustle of a small animal form a soothing background melody. This is a time when the garden seems to hold its breath, inviting you to reflect on the passage of time and the simple, enduring truths that sustain you. As night begins to settle, the garden does not fall silent, but shifts its rhythm into a more introspective cadence. Moonlight replaces the sun, its silvery glow softening every edge and lending the space an otherworldly quality. The garden becomes a quiet sanctuary under the stars, where the world feels both immense and intimately close. In this nocturnal hour, every sound is amplified. A gentle chorus of crickets, the faint rustle of nocturnal leaves, the soft trickle of water, and together they create a meditation on solitude and peace. It is in this serene darkness that you may find, almost without realizing it, that the garden has become a mirror reflecting your inner calm, a space where your thoughts can wander freely and your heart can settle. Ultimately, the Tranquil Garden is not just a physical space, but a journey, a slow, deliberate unfolding of beauty and meaning. It is a place where nature's rhythms encourage you to pause, to breathe, and to reconnect with the quiet pulse of life. Each moment spent here is a gentle reminder that peace is not found in the absence of chaos, but in the deliberate, mindful acceptance of life's perpetual flow. As you eventually leave the garden, its quiet wisdom lingers with you, a soft, enduring echo that whispers of renewal, resilience, and the endless beauty of simply being. The floating whispers are like delicate murmurs carried on a gentle breeze, elusive secrets of the air that drift effortlessly between silence and song. They seem to float just at the edge of perception, a soft chorus that you feel more than hear, echoing the tender stories of forgotten dreams and quiet hopes. Imagine standing in an open field at dusk, where the world is hushed and the colors of twilight bleed softly into one another, creating an atmosphere of profound calm. In that tranquil space, the whispers arise, subtle, almost imperceptible vibrations of sound that seem to emanate from the very fabric of the evening. They drift like feathers in the wind, carrying with them the weight of memories long past, yet alive in the quiet spaces between heartbeats. In this mysterious moment, every rustle of the leaves, every distant sigh of the earth, feels imbued with meaning. The floating whispers speak in a language that transcends words. They are the soft hum of nature's lullaby, the gentle reminder that even in the stillest moments, life is full of unseen movement and delicate exchanges. As you close your eyes, you might sense their presence as a faint vibration in the air, a tender resonance that brushes your skin like a caress, inviting you to lean in and listen deeply. They are the murmurs of a universe that is constantly communicating, even when it appears silent. Walking along a narrow, winding path, lit by the soft glow of a descending sun, you notice how the whispers seem to rise from the ground itself. They come from the rustling grasses and the secret chatter of small creatures hidden among the undergrowth. Each note of this ethereal melody is like a fleeting impression, brief, elusive, and imbued with a bittersweet sense of longing. They tell the story of a day's end and a promise of renewal, echoing the natural rhythm of beginnings and endings. The sound is not loud, but rather a quiet symphony that only those willing to slow down and attune their senses can appreciate fully. The experience is almost like watching a gentle film played out in slow motion. The whispers, ever so soft, weave through the cool air, bending and twirling around you in an intricate dance that feels both ancient and immediate. In the interplay of light and shadow, the whispers are transformed into visible ripples, a visual echo that hints at the impermanence of every moment. There is an unspoken wisdom in their movement, as if each whisper carries with it the distilled essence of nature's timeless secrets. They remind you that life is a series of delicate exchanges where every small sound, every fleeting sensation contributes to the larger harmony of existence. Under the vast, starlit sky, the floating whispers take on an even deeper quality. The universe above seems to join in the quiet conversation, with the twinkle of distant stars and the soft murmur of the night sky merging with the whispers at your feet. The boundary between the earth and the heavens blurs, creating a sense of unity and peace that transcends the ordinary. It's as if the cosmos itself is speaking to you, urging you to embrace the ephemeral nature of all things. In that soft, timeless moment, you become aware that every whisper is a part of a grand cosmic dialogue, a continuous, gentle reminder that beauty is found not in loud proclamations, but in the quiet spaces where the soul meets the world. In the heart of this serene twilight, you may find yourself reflecting on your own inner landscape. The floating whispers become a mirror, revealing the subtle echoes of your thoughts, emotions, and memories. They call forth the hidden parts of you that are often left unspoken, the delicate impressions that shape who you are. In their soft cadence, you can hear the faint, almost imperceptible pulse of your own heartbeat, a reminder that every breath, every moment of stillness is woven into the tapestry of your life. These whispers are the gentle threads that connect your past to your present, urging you to find comfort in the transient and hope in the ever-changing flow of time. As the night deepens and the cool air turns crisper, the floating whispers continue their quiet song, a tender, eternal murmur that promises that even in the vast silence, nothing is truly lost. They are the unsung verses of the natural world, softly recited by the wind and carried onward through the night. In their gentle presence, you learn that the most profound truths are often spoken in hushed tones, and that there is a remarkable beauty in surrendering to the quiet, subtle rhythms of life. By the time the first hints of dawn begin to erase the darkness, the floating whispers slowly fade into the soft light of a new day, leaving behind a lingering sense of peace, a quiet assurance that no matter how fleeting the moment, the beauty of the universe is always there to be felt, if only you listen. The soothing silhouettes are a quiet symphony of gentle outlines that appear at the edges of our vision, as if softly etched by the fading light of day. They emerge in the subtle interplay between light and shadow, inviting us to pause and breathe deeply as the world shifts into a tranquil state. Imagine standing at the threshold of dusk, where the last golden rays of the sun slowly recede, leaving behind delicate shapes that seem to float effortlessly against the canvas of an ever-darkening sky. As you gaze into the distance, these silhouettes of trees, distant hills, or even the simple outline of a lone bench exude a calming presence. Each form, though lacking the detailed clarity of daylight, possesses a graceful simplicity that speaks directly to your inner sense of peace. They are not defined by harsh edges or sharp contrasts. Rather, they blend softly into one another, creating a gentle mosaic that whispers of forgotten moments and serene reflections. In the muted glow of twilight, the silhouettes become like soft-spoken poets, each line and curve narrating stories of stillness and quiet wonder. Walking along a meandering path in this transitional hour, you feel as though the world is holding its breath. The silhouettes of flowering shrubs and ancient trees, now reduced to elegant, dark contours gently sway in the evening breeze. Their movement is subtle, a slow, rhythmic dance that mirrors the heartbeat of nature. In this hushed atmosphere, every rustle of leaves and every soft murmur of the wind adds to the symphony of calm, a reminder that even in the quietest moments, life continues to move with a gentle grace. There is a unique beauty in how these silhouettes soften the harsh realities of the day. They create a visual pause, a space where you can let go of the clutter of thoughts and worries. The absence of vivid details encourages your mind to fill in the spaces with your own memories and dreams. It is in this gentle abstraction that the true magic lies, the simplicity of shapes that evoke profound emotions, a sense of comfort that comes from the realization that beauty often resides in what is unspoken and undefined. As the sky deepens into the rich blues and purples of approaching night, the silhouettes become even more mysterious. They are now outlined against a backdrop of twinkling stars and the quiet luminescence of a crescent moon. The contrast between the dark, soft figures and the sparkling sky creates an intimate dialogue between the seen and the unseen, a visual meditation that draws you inward. In this reflective space, you may begin to see echoes of your own life in the gentle forms around you. Each silhouette, in its quiet dignity, suggests that there is strength in simplicity, and that sometimes letting go of intricate details allows the essence of things to shine through. The soothing silhouettes also evoke a sense of timelessness, as if they'd have always existed at the edges of every moment, quietly witnessing the unfolding of countless days. They remind you that even as the present slips away into memory, there is a continuity, a gentle persistence that carries on regardless of the chaos that may lie behind you. In their quiet presence, you are invited to embrace the rhythm of nature, to find solace in the slow, deliberate passage of time, and to realize that every end gives rise to a new beginning. In the calm of this soft twilight, where the world is rendered in graceful, minimal forms, you may find that your own worries begin to dissolve. The silhouettes, with their gentle curves and subtle lines, create a safe space, a visual lullaby that soothes the soul and quiets the mind. They offer a momentary escape from the demands of the day, a gentle invitation to simply be, to appreciate the beauty of the present moment without the need for explanation or justification. As you continue your journey along this tranquil scene, you come to understand that the beauty of the soothing silhouettes lies in their ability to transform the ordinary into something profoundly meditative. They are a reminder that, sometimes, the most powerful experiences are not those filled with vivid details and loud declarations, but those quiet moments where the world seems to slow, and every line, every curve, resonates with the soft murmur of peace. In this quiet interplay of light and dark, you find a sanctuary for the heart, a place where the soul can rest and rejuvenate, buoyed by the timeless, gentle elegance of the silhouettes that dance at the edge of day and night. In the final moments before the night fully embraces the sky, the soothing silhouettes linger like a soft echo of the day's fading light. Their silent presence remains with you, a tender imprint of tranquility that reassures you that no matter how fast or chaotic life may seem, there is always a quiet space where beauty endures, inviting you to return, time and time again, to the serene refuge of the gentle, whispering silhouettes. The radiant ripple is a mesmerizing dance of light and motion, a delicate phenomenon where a single spark of brilliance cascades outward in gentle waves that seem to pulse with life. Imagine standing by a quiet lake at sunrise, where the first tender rays of light touch the surface of the water. In that brief moment, a tiny ripple is born, a luminous, almost magical curve that expands slowly, its edges glowing softly before merging with the vast, tranquil expanse. As the ripple travels across the water, it creates a dynamic interplay of light and shadow, revealing the hidden beauty in every shifting pattern. This radiant ripple is not merely a visual occurrence. It's a poetic expression of impermanence and renewal, a silent symphony that speaks to the heart in whispers of hope. At the very instant the light meets the water, a transformation occurs. The ripple is like a delicate brushstroke, painting the surface with shifting hues of gold, amber, and cool blue. Each ripple forms a series of concentric circles that expand outward, carrying with it a trace of the original light, a fragment of a memory that is both fleeting and eternal. As you watch, you might notice how the ripple seems to capture the essence of the moment, as if the water itself is breathing in the light and exhaling a quiet, radiant melody. This gentle propagation of energy is akin to the way our own emotions ripple outwards from a single moment of joy or sorrow, affecting all that lies in its path. There is a calming quality in the steady progression of the radiant ripple, a reminder that every action, no matter how small, sends out waves that eventually shape the world around us. Just as a single pebble thrown into a pond can create countless ripples, our own moments of insight or compassion generate far-reaching echoes that influence our lives in unexpected ways. The radiant ripple, in its silent expansion, becomes a metaphor for growth and transformation, a beautiful testament to the idea that change, however gradual, is always unfolding, quietly yet inexorably. As the ripple moves gracefully across the water, it interacts with the elements in a delicate dance. Sunlight refracts through the gentle curve of each wave, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that shimmer and shift with every passing second. The water reflects and amplifies these colors, turning even the smallest motion into a radiant display of nature's artistry. The interplay of light and water in the ripple is reminiscent of the subtle interplay between our inner thoughts and the outer world, a soft dialogue where every nuance contributes to the tapestry of our experience. In this moment, the ripple serves as a bridge between the ephemeral and the enduring, between what is momentarily seen and what is deeply felt. There is also a meditative quality to this phenomenon. Standing by the water, you might find yourself drawn into a state of quiet reflection as you watch the ripple unfold. The gentle motion becomes a lullaby for the soul, a reminder that life, like the ripple, is a continuous flow of experiences, each one transient yet interconnected. In the soft glow of the early morning, when the world is hushed and the air is cool with promise, the radiant ripple invites you to let go of your worries and simply be present. It is in that peaceful state that you begin to see how every ripple, no matter how small, carries the possibility of new beginnings and quiet transformations. Over time, as the ripple gradually fades into the broader expanse of the lake, you are left with a lingering impression of its beauty, a subtle yet profound reminder that every moment holds within it the seeds of change. The radiant ripple, though transient, leaves an indelible mark on your memory, echoing the idea that even the briefest expressions of light can illuminate the darkest parts of our lives. It teaches us that beauty is not always found in grand gestures, but often in the gentle, persistent flow of small moments that come together to form the narrative of our days. Ultimately, the radiant ripple is more than just a visual spectacle. It is a metaphor for the quiet power of transformation and the delicate balance of our inner world. It reminds us that every ripple, every soft surge of light is a vital part of the eternal dance of existence, a dance where even the simplest act can send forth waves of hope, change, and endless possibility. As you walk away from the water, the memory of that radiant ripple lingers in your heart, a tender echo of nature's timeless promise that from every spark, a gentle and profound transformation can arise. The calming current is a gentle, unhurried flow that seems to carry away the weight of the world, inviting you to sink into a state of serene introspection. Imagine a quiet river winding through a sunlit valley at the break of dawn, its surface smooth and reflective, mirroring the soft pastel hues of early morning. The current, though steady, is tender, each ripple a delicate caress, a subtle reminder that time, like water, moves at its own gracious pace. As you stand at the riverbank, you feel a sense of release washing over you, a quiet exhalation that soothes the mind and nurtures the soul. In this tranquil scene, the water moves with a languid grace, its gentle flow echoing the soft murmur of whispered secrets. The current meanders through the landscape, its path not marked by haste, but by a deliberate, unforced rhythm that seems to embrace both the journey and the destination. Along the banks, wildflowers nod in the cool breeze, their colors vibrant yet calm, as if acknowledging the peace that the current imparts. The rustling of leaves and the distant call of a bird blend into a harmonious chorus, enhancing the meditative quality of the moment. The calming current is more than just a physical phenomenon. It is a living metaphor for the ebb and flow of our inner lives. Just as the water carries away fallen leaves and gentle debris, so too does it symbolize the release of our worries and the soft transformation of our thoughts. Each droplet in the current seems to hold a memory, a fragment of a past moment. Yet as they merge and mingle, they create a new, unified expression of now. There is a quiet, restorative power in this constant movement, a reminder that change, though sometimes imperceptible, is an essential part of growth and renewal. As you allow yourself to become immersed in the scene, you begin to notice the interplay of light on the water's surface. The early sunlight, filtered through a light mist, paints the current in shimmering strokes of gold and silver. This luminous dance creates fleeting patterns that drift away as quickly as they appear, much like our thoughts and emotions. The transient nature of these patterns invites you to embrace the present, to find beauty in the momentary, and to trust that, like the water, you too will flow into new experiences with gentle continuity. The current's calm persistence also speaks to resilience, the steady assurance that no matter how turbulent life might sometimes become, there is always a path forward, a way to return to a state of inner equilibrium. It whispers a timeless truth that the quiet, continuous motion of life, when observed with mindfulness, can be a source of profound comfort and inspiration. The calming rhythm of the water encourages you to let go of the need for immediate resolution and instead to savor the unfolding of each precious second. In this space, every ripple and soft surge becomes a lesson in patience and acceptance, a vivid illustration that healing often comes through gradual, unhurried progress. The beauty of the calming current lies in its simplicity and its invitation to reconnect with the elemental forces of nature. It is a gentle call to slow down, to leave behind the clamor and haste of daily life, and to allow yourself the time to simply be. As you watch the water glide over smooth stones, you might feel your own thoughts aligning with its tranquil flow. each one softening and merging into a larger, peaceful whole. There is a sense of unity in this natural spectacle, an understanding that, like the current, every moment contributes to the continuous, ever-evolving tapestry of life. In the quiet embrace of the current, you find not only a refuge, but also a source of inspiration, a reminder that even in the midst of change, there is beauty in constancy, and in every gentle movement, there lies a promise of renewal. The calming current invites you to immerse yourself fully, to let its soothing energy carry away your burdens, and to emerge with a renewed sense of clarity and hope. And as the day unfolds, the persistent, gentle flow of water becomes a silent meditation, a steady heartbeat that reminds you that tranquility is always within reach, if only you allow yourself to flow with it. The Mystic Tapestry is a living mosaic of experiences and emotions, a complex interplay of light, color, and texture that weaves together the diverse strands of life into one intricate design. Imagine a vast, ancient loom stretching out beneath a twilight sky, where threads of every hue, deep indigos, soft ambers, vibrant scarlets, and gentle pastels, are intertwined with purposeful chaos and delicate precision. Each thread represents a memory, a dream, or an emotion, and as they cross and merge, they form patterns that speak of love, loss, hope, and mystery. The tapestry is not static. It is ever evolving, shifting subtly with every breath you take and every moment you live. It is as if the fabric of existence itself is spun from both the tangible and the ephemeral, a reminder that what we perceive is only part of a deeper, more hidden reality. In this enchanted canvas, the interplay of colors is more than a visual delight. It is a language. The deep, velvety blues evoke the quiet of a midnight contemplation, while flashes of gold and silver hint at moments of sudden clarity and inspiration. Soft, swirling mists of lilac and rose carry the gentle whispers of distant memories, and bold, fiery streaks remind you of passions that once burned brightly. As you trace your fingers over the woven design, you can almost hear the silent music of the cosmos, a delicate symphony that speaks in hushed tones of fate and the delicate balance between chaos and order. Each twist and turn in the pattern is like a heartbeat, steady and timeless, suggesting that every moment in life, no matter how fleeting, contributes to a larger, unending story. Walking through a landscape that mirrors this mystic creation, you feel the pull of the unseen, a gentle invitation to pause and reflect on the interconnectedness of all things. The tapestry calls to mind a garden where each flower blooms in perfect synchrony with the rhythm of the seasons, and every breeze carries with it the scent of memories both distant and near. It is a place where time loses its rigid structure and instead flows like water, each droplet merging seamlessly with the next to form an endless, luminous current. In that fluidity, you find comfort, a quiet assurance that every challenge, every joy, every moment of sorrow, and every burst of laughter is woven into the fabric of who you are. There is beauty in the impermanence of each thread, a tender truth that our lives are meant to change, to interlace in unexpected ways, and to create something far greater than the sum of its parts. The Mystic Tapestry is also a mirror of the inner self, reflecting the subtle shifts in your soul as you journey through life. At times, the design is intricate and overwhelming, with layers of emotion and experience forming a pattern that seems almost too vast to comprehend. Yet, upon closer inspection, you discover that the complexity is balanced by moments of exquisite simplicity, a single, delicate line that cuts through the chaos, a soft glow that illuminates even the darkest corners. It is in these moments that you come to understand the quiet strength that lies within vulnerability, and the profound beauty that arises when you allow yourself to feel deeply. Every thread, whether bold or faint, represents a part of your story, a fragment of the person you were, the person you are, and the person you are yet to become. As the day fades into night, and the tapestry is bathed in the gentle glow of starlight, the patterns become even more mesmerizing. The contrasts soften, the edges blur, and you find yourself enveloped in a sense of timeless wonder. The Mystic Tapestry reminds you that life is not a series of isolated events, but a continuous flowing narrative in which every emotion, every memory, and every hope is interwoven into a beautiful, eternal design. In that quiet communion with the tapestry, you feel a deep, resonant peace, a subtle whisper that no matter how chaotic the world may seem, there is an underlying order, a gentle thread of meaning that connects everything. Ultimately, the Mystic Tapestry is a celebration of life's infinite complexity and serene beauty. It invites you to marvel at the delicate art of existence, to recognize that every experience, every fleeting moment, is a vital part of a larger, mysterious design. And in that realization, you find not only solace, but also a boundless sense of possibility, a promise that, like the ever-evolving tapestry, you too are part of a grand, luminous story, woven together by the quiet, persistent magic of the universe. The dreaming ocean is a vast expanse of mystery and memory, where every wave carries whispers of forgotten dreams, and the horizon stretches into a realm of infinite possibility. Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet shore at twilight, when the last traces of the sun's warmth dissolve into a cool, dusky blue, and the ocean seems to breathe a slow, rhythmic lullaby. The water shimmers with an almost magical luminescence, as if it were alive with secrets and soft promises, a place where reality and fantasy blend seamlessly. In this enchanted seascape, the ocean is not merely a body of water, but a living, dreaming entity. Its surface ripples gently like a mirage, each wave unfolding as though it were a tender memory coming into focus before fading away again. As you gaze upon its depths, you can almost sense the ocean's thoughts, a deep, soulful murmur that speaks of ancient tides and the ebb and flow of life itself. The water, smooth and vast, seems to invite you to step into its dream, to let go of the world's harsh edges and become immersed in a realm where time slows and every moment is filled with quiet wonder. The colors of the dreaming ocean shift with a serene grace. In the early hours, the surface is painted in soft pastels, pale pinks, and gentle lavenders that reflect the tender light of dawn. As the day unfolds, these hues deepen into rich blues and greens, punctuated by flashes of silver where sunlight dances upon the crests of rolling waves. There is a hypnotic beauty in this interplay of light and water, a subtle reminder that every fleeting moment holds its own magic. It is as if the ocean itself is a canvas upon which the universe paints its most delicate secrets, inviting you to lose yourself in its mesmerizing patterns. Wandering along the water's edge, you may find that the dreaming ocean mirrors the landscape of your inner world. Its calm, rhythmic motion becomes a meditation, a gentle ebb that carries away your worries and fills your heart with a quiet hope. The ocean seems to sing a soft, timeless song, where each ripple is a note in a symphony of renewal and gentle transformation. In its vastness, you feel both small and connected, as if the ocean cradles every living being in its tender embrace. It whispers that every drop of water is a part of an endless cycle, where endings blend into new beginnings, and every ripple leaves behind a trace of luminous memory. As the day turns to dusk, the dreaming ocean deepens into an inky expanse that sparkles with the light of 1,000 stars. The night air is cool, carrying with it the briny scent of salt and the delicate tang of seaweed. Under the moon's watchful glow, the ocean transforms into a dreamscape where time is fluid and each wave becomes a gentle caress against the shore. In these quiet hours, the ocean's murmurs grow softer, almost like a secret conversation between you and the cosmos, a soft reminder that amid life's turbulence, there is always a calm, restorative space waiting to be embraced. In this moment, the dreaming ocean becomes a mirror for your own inner reflections, a vast reservoir of emotion, memory, and aspiration. It invites you to ponder the depths of your own dreams and the gentle currents of your heart, urging you to let go of what weighs you down and to trust in the slow, enduring flow of life. The ocean, with its timeless dance of light and shadow, teaches you that even the most elusive dreams can ripple into reality if you allow yourself to be carried by its calm and ceaseless energy. Ultimately, the dreaming ocean is a place of quiet transformation and endless possibility. It is a sanctuary where you can wander freely, immersed in the beauty of a world that is both real and surreal, a world that offers you the chance to rediscover yourself with each gentle wave. In its vast, dreaming expanse, you find not only solace, but also the enduring promise that, like the ocean, your own dreams can ebb, flow, and ultimately lead you to new horizons of hope and wonder. The ethereal breeze is an unseen caress that carries with it the gentle promise of change, a soft whisper that seems to float effortlessly through the air, bridging the gap between the tangible and the transcendent. It begins as a barely perceptible stir, a tender, almost imperceptible movement that you feel more in your soul than see with your eyes. Imagine standing in a quiet clearing at dawn, when the world is wrapped in a gentle mist, and the first light of day casts a silvery glow upon dew-laden grass. In that hushed moment, the breeze moves like a delicate sigh across your skin, its cool touch mingling with the warmth of the rising sun in a harmonious dance. As you close your eyes, you become attuned to its subtle rhythm. The ethereal breeze is not a force that roars or demands attention. It is a soft murmur of nature, a tender vibration that seems to weave through the leaves of ancient trees and ripple over still waters. It carries with it the faint, lingering scent of wildflowers and the faint saltiness of the nearby sea, a blend that speaks of distant shores and the timeless cadence of the earth. There is a hypnotic quality in the way it drifts, moving slowly and purposefully, as if it were guided by some ancient, secret pulse of the universe. Walking along a winding path beneath a sky painted in the pastel hues of early morning, the breeze becomes a companion that whispers old stories of nature's enduring cycles. It tells of the season's gradual metamorphosis, of leaves turning from vibrant green to soft amber, and of blossoms that unfurl in silent celebration of life's renewal. With every gentle gust, the ethereal breeze seems to erase the chaos of the day, smoothing away the rough edges of your thoughts and leaving behind a clarity as pure as the air itself. It is in these soft, unhurried moments that you realize how connected you are to the world, a single, subtle current tying you to the intricate tapestry of nature. In the quiet solitude of a sun-dappled forest, the ethereal breeze plays among the branches like a gentle tune, rustling the leaves in a delicate symphony. The light filters through the canopy, creating a mesmerizing interplay of shadows and luminescence on the forest floor. Each shifting pattern seems transient yet eternal, much like the breeze itself, a fleeting moment that leaves an indelible imprint on your heart. As you wander deeper into this natural sanctuary, you notice that the air carries a quiet vitality, an undercurrent of life that whispers of both hidden sorrows and unspoken joys. The breeze seems to hold a secret language, a series of soft intonations that speak directly to your innermost self, inviting you to reflect, to dream, and to simply be. At times, the ethereal breeze lifts your hair in a gentle, playful tug, carrying with it the memories of past summers and the laughter of long-forgotten days. It dances with the petals of a solitary rose or the feathery fronds of wild ferns, bestowing upon each element a moment of radiant beauty. In these instances, the breeze is like a silent muse, stirring creativity and igniting a sense of wonder that makes you pause and marvel at the ephemeral artistry of nature. Its soft caress is a reminder that life's most profound moments are often the quietest, the ones that slip by without fanfare, but leave a lasting echo in the corridors of memory. As the day advances, the ethereal breeze shifts subtly. Under the gentle glow of afternoon, it takes on a warmer quality, as if absorbing the light of the sun and releasing it in slow, deliberate waves. This extended caress creates an atmosphere of profound serenity, a natural lullaby that eases your mind and invites you to let go of the burdens that weigh you down. In that state of tranquil release, you may find that the world seems to slow, that time stretches, and every moment becomes imbued with quiet significance. The breeze carries the soft murmur of distant waters, the rustle of hidden leaves, and the subtle harmony of nature's own pulse, all merging into a gentle cadence that reassures you that you are exactly where you need to be. In the twilight hours, as the sun dips low and the sky transforms into a canvas of deep indigo and soft violet, the ethereal breeze becomes even more enchanting. Its touch is like a whispered promise, a soft reminder that even as daylight fades, there is beauty and grace in the approaching night. The cool air, now tinged with the faint scent of evening blossoms, wraps around you like a silken shawl, calming your senses and preparing you for the restful embrace of night. In that quiet interlude, you stand in awe of the unseen force that moves so gently yet so persistently, a reminder that the smallest touch of nature can stir the deepest parts of the soul. Ultimately, the ethereal breeze is a celebration of the subtle, the delicate, and the quietly transformative power of nature. It invites you to pause, to listen to the soft murmur of the wind as it speaks in a language older than time, and to recognize that within its gentle currents lies a promise of renewal and hope. It is a call to embrace the moment, to allow yourself to be carried by its tender flow, and to understand that sometimes the most profound beauty is found not in grand gestures, but in the soft, persistent whisper of a breeze that touches your heart. The soft illumination is a gentle cascade of light that seems to breathe a quiet magic into the world, transforming every surface into a canvas of tender radiance. Imagine the early moments of dawn, when the sky is still heavy with the remnants of night, and a soft glow begins to seep over the horizon. This light is not harsh or commanding. It caresses everything with a delicate, almost imperceptible warmth that invites you to pause and simply be. It drifts in with a kind of silent reverence, touching the dewy petals of a garden in bloom, the smooth surface of a still lake, and the weathered stone of an ancient wall, as if every object is bathed in a secret, ethereal embrace. As the day unfolds, the illumination grows in subtlety rather than intensity. It is as if the light has learned to speak in whispers, Its presence felt more in the shifting interplay of shadows than in any overt brightness. Under this soft radiance, colors become muted and harmonious. Blues and greens lose their sharp edges, turning instead into a series of gentle gradients that evoke a sense of calm and introspection. The world appears to be filtered through a translucent voil, where even the most ordinary moments acquire a luminous quality that hints at something timeless and ineffable. You might find yourself drawn to the play of light on a rippling stream, where each gentle ripple seems to capture and refract the soft glow in a quiet ballet of transient beauty. Walking through a sunlit forest or a quiet park in these moments feels like entering a realm where time slows down and the rush of everyday life fades into a distant memory. The air, filled with the scent of fresh earth and blossoming flowers, carries the soft radiance further. It is as though the light itself is alive, moving imperceptibly with the breeze, mingling with the natural aromas of the day. Every leaf and blade of grass seems to shimmer in its subtle embrace, each one a small testament to the possibility of renewal and gentle transformation. In this state, your senses are heightened, and you become acutely aware of the delicate beauty in every fleeting detail. There is a profound introspection in the experience of soft illumination. It is a moment to reflect on the hidden layers of life that are often overlooked in the glare of full daylight. In that quiet glow, memories of bygone days rise softly like wisps of fog. Moments of joy, of sorrow, of quiet contemplation, each one illuminated in a way that makes the heart feel both tender and resilient. It is as if the light has the power to reveal not only the physical world, but also the inner landscape of the soul, gently coaxing you to confront and cherish every nuance of your being. In these moments, you realize that beauty often lies in the subtle and the understated, in the gentle transitions that mark the passage from one moment to the next. The soft illumination also carries with it a promise of transformation. It is a light that does not force change, but rather nurtures it, allowing growth to unfold gradually, like a flower opening its petals at the break of dawn. There is a quiet confidence in this radiance, a belief that even the smallest spark can ignite profound change, that the softest light can illuminate the darkest corners. This notion is both soothing and empowering, as it reminds you that transformation does not always come in blinding flashes, but often in slow, steady glows that build over time. Like a delicate flame that burns steadily in the quiet of the night, this illumination encourages you to embrace the pace of life, to honor each moment of gentle progress as a step toward a brighter, more compassionate future. As the day transitions into dusk, the soft illumination deepens and takes on an even more reflective quality. The fading light melds with the encroaching shadows, creating a serene interplay that is both nostalgic and hopeful. The subtle radiance of the setting sun casts long, gentle shadows that stretch across the landscape, as if to remind you that even as one day ends, the promise of another lingers on the horizon. In this twilight hour, the world seems to pause in a state of quiet reflection, where the soft glow of the illumination offers a tender farewell to the day, while hinting at the gentle rebirth that awaits with the coming dawn. In the overall hush of these moments, the soft illumination becomes a metaphor for the art of living with grace and subtlety. It speaks to the beauty of embracing the quiet, unassuming parts of life, the uncelebrated transitions, the soft murmurs of memory, and the slow, inevitable unfolding of time. This light is a reminder that even in the stillness there is movement. Even in the gentlest glow, there is a profound power to heal and inspire. It invites you to slow down, to notice the beauty that lies in the understated, and to find strength in the knowledge that the soft light, like a constant and loving companion, is always there to guide you through both the calm and the storm. The Enchanted Shadows are not simply the absence of light. They are living silhouettes that whisper secrets of an ancient, hidden realm. Imagine yourself wandering through an old, ivy-clad courtyard at twilight, where the day's last golden rays stretch themselves thinly across moss-covered stones. As darkness gathers, the shadows begin to move with a quiet magic of their own, shifting and swaying like delicate dancers in a timeless ballet. At first, these shadows appear as mere outlines, soft and indistinct, barely clinging to the shapes of weathered walls and gnarled trees. Yet, as your eyes adjust, you sense that each dark curve hides a story, a silent echo of lives once lived and dreams long forgotten. The interplay of fading light and emerging darkness creates patterns that are at once familiar and utterly mysterious, as if the very fabric of the night is woven from memories and whispered secrets. You walk slowly along a winding stone path, each step punctuated by the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant murmur of water cascading over an ancient fountain. In this quiet space, the shadows seem to come alive. They twist and elongate as the wind stirs them, forming abstract figures that evoke a sense of both comfort and intrigue. It is as if the night itself is breathing, and these enchanted shadows are its soft exhalations, reminding you that within every end there is the promise of a new beginning. There is a hypnotic beauty in the way these shadows blend seamlessly into one another. They merge with the soft glow of street lamps and the pale luminescence of a crescent moon, creating a tapestry of dark silhouettes and gentle light. Each shape, though blurred and transient, seems imbued with its own emotion, a quiet melancholy, a tender joy, or even a hint of playful mischief. In their subtle movements, the shadows mirror the inner workings of your own thoughts, revealing the delicate balance between hope and sorrow, clarity and mystery. As you continue your journey, you notice how the enchanted shadows create a sort of natural veil over the world. They soften harsh edges and obscure details, inviting your mind to fill in the gaps with its own quiet imagination. Here, you are free to wander, not only the physical space, but also the vast, uncharted realms of your inner self. The shifting forms of darkness become a mirror, reflecting the flickers of memory, the echo of laughter, and the silent whispers of long-forgotten dreams. In this meditative interplay of light and dark, you find that every shadow holds the seed of its own illumination, a gentle promise that even in darkness, there is beauty and meaning to be found. There is also a palpable sense of mystery in these enchanted shadows. They seem to know secrets that the waking world has long since forgotten. As the night deepens, the silhouettes stretch out longer and merge into one another, forming hidden alcoves and secret doorways that hint at other worlds lying just beyond reach. You feel a quiet pull to explore further, to step beyond the edge of the known and into a realm where the rules of daylight no longer apply. In that space, the enchanted shadows invite you to let go of your fears and embrace the wonder of the unknown, a timeless journey into the depths of your own soul. At times, the shadows almost seem to sing, a soft, unspoken melody that rises and falls with the gentle cadence of the night. Their rhythm is not loud or forceful, but is instead like the hushed notes of a lullaby, a sound that soothes the spirit and calms the turbulent thoughts of the day. In that tender song, you recognize a shared human experience, the beauty of vulnerability and the quiet strength found in surrendering to the flow of life. The Enchanted Shadows, with their graceful dance, remind you that there is power in the pause, that in the spaces between our busy thoughts, we can find clarity, inspiration, and an enduring sense of connection. As you reach the edge of this mystical realm, the shadows begin to recede slowly, yielding to the encroaching light of dawn. Their forms soften and dissolve, leaving behind only a lingering sense of wonder and a promise that the magic of the night is never truly gone. It simply waits for the next twilight to rise. In the quiet aftermath, you carry with you the memory of those enchanted silhouettes, a gentle reminder that even in the darkness, there is an everlasting light, hidden just beneath the surface of all that we see. The Enchanted Shadows, then, are not a void to be feared, but a sacred, ever-changing tapestry of our collective memories, hopes, and dreams. They invite you to listen to the silent language of the night, to embrace both its mystery and its beauty, and to understand that every shadow is an invitation to discover the luminous depths that lie within yourself. The eternal echo is a timeless murmur that reverberates through the corridors of memory and the vast chambers of existence, a constant reminder that every moment, every whisper, and every heartbeat sends ripples that persist long after the sound has faded. Imagine standing in an ancient amphitheater at dusk, where the fading light mingles with the soft hum of nature, and a single note, once spoken, now lingering, grows into a gentle chorus that seems to span the ages. This echo is not merely a reflection of sound. It is a living testament to the enduring impact of our words, actions, and experiences. It travels through time like a persistent current, linking the past, present, and future in a seamless, infinite loop. At first, the echo is subtle, a quiet, almost imperceptible vibration that brushes against your soul like a soft caress. As you listen, it unfurls slowly, gathering strength and texture from every memory and emotion that has ever been set free. It carries the laughter of long-forgotten gatherings, the tender murmur of shared secrets, and even the soft sighs of sorrow that have shaped who we are. There is a profound beauty in its persistence. No matter how fleeting the moment may seem, its resonance lingers, like a beloved melody that never truly fades away. Imagine a canyon carved by millennia of winds and water, where each sound bounces off the weathered stone and returns to you as a familiar refrain. The eternal echo is much like that canyon. It is the past echoing in the present, a reminder that every whisper of our lives, no matter how small, leaves an indelible mark on the fabric of time. When you speak, when you laugh, when you cry, your essence is carried onward in waves of sound that intertwine with the very soul of the world, creating a tapestry of living, breathing memories. In moments of quiet solitude, the echo becomes a mirror for introspection. It invites you to recall those precious, often unspoken words that have been cast into the universe, words of love, of regret, of hope. They come back to you not as a cacophony, but as a gentle reminder that your presence has made a difference, that your life is a series of interconnected notes in an endless symphony. The echo reassures you that nothing is ever truly lost. Every word, every action continues to resonate, shaping the world in subtle yet powerful ways. As the day turns to night, and the sky deepens into a canvas of deep blues and purples, the echo takes on a more mystical quality. In the soft glow of twilight, you might hear it in the rustling of leaves, in the distant call of a night bird, or in the quiet murmur of a flowing stream. It is in these moments that the eternal echo becomes a source of comfort, a gentle, constant companion that reminds you that even when everything seems silent, the past is always with you, softly illuminating your path forward. There is also an almost sacred quality the way the echo transforms familiar spaces into realms of wonder. The sound of your own voice, once thought to vanish into nothingness, now appears as a lingering presence, a tapestry of emotion that tells the story of who you are and who you have been. Each reverberation is a gentle invitation to revisit forgotten chapters of your life, to embrace the lessons they hold, and to find solace in the continuity of your own story. It is as if the echo carries with it the collective heartbeat of humanity, a rhythm that connects every living soul across time and space. In the grand orchestra of existence, the eternal echo is the quiet refrain that unites us all. It is the soft reminder that every act of kindness, every moment of vulnerability, and every burst of laughter contributes to the unending cadence of life. It teaches us that our lives are not isolated events, but part of a vast, interconnected symphony, a melody that continues to play long after we have ceased our part, echoing gently in the hearts of those we have touched. Ultimately, the eternal echo is more than just a sound. It is a living metaphor for the power of memory and the enduring impact of our shared human experience. It invites you to listen deeply, to let its soft reverberations fill you with a sense of peace and connectedness, and to carry forward the knowledge that every whispered word and every quiet moment is etched into the eternal tapestry of life. In that knowing, you find that while moments may pass, their echoes remain, a timeless, comforting presence that lights the way forward, even in the deepest silence. The Celestial Cascade is a breathtaking torrent of cosmic wonder, where the heavens themselves seem to burst forth in a dazzling display of light, color, and movement, a celestial waterfall that spills across the void, gently sweeping away the darkness of the infinite night. Picture, if you will, a vast expanse of starlit space, where galaxies, nebulae, and clusters of luminous dust swirl in an eternal dance. In this realm, the cascade begins with a single, radiant stream that flows from the heart of a distant supernova, its incandescent brilliance gradually softening as it meanders through the interstellar medium. The light, warm yet otherworldly, diffuses into a spectrum of hues, pale golds, ethereal blues, and shimmering violets, that intermingle in a display both grand and intimate. As you drift along this luminous flow, you become aware of its gentle, undulating rhythm, like the slow beat of a celestial drum echoing through the vast corridors of time and space. The cascade seems to cascade in layers, each luminous strand merging with the next, forming patterns that are at once chaotic and divinely ordered. It is as if the universe itself has taken a deep breath and exhaled a cascade of stardust, each particle carrying the memory of ancient cosmic events and the promise of future creation. In the soft brilliance of this cascade, every speck of light is a tiny beacon of life, a testament to the inexorable, ever-changing flow of energy that binds the cosmos together. Imagine floating in this boundless ocean of light, where the usual constraints of time and space dissolve into a dreamlike state. The cascade flows with a serene yet insistent pace, its glow reflecting off unseen surfaces like a myriad of gentle ripples on a calm, otherworldly sea. As you watch, you notice how the light gradually transforms. At first, a concentrated beam of brilliance that seems to emanate from a singular source, then gradually diffusing into an expansive curtain of color that drapes over the cosmic landscape. This transformation is both mesmerizing and profound, evoking feelings of awe and deep introspection as you consider your own small yet significant place within the vast tapestry of existence. In its gentle progression, the Celestial Cascade is reminiscent of a quiet meditation, a cosmic lullaby that invites you to surrender to the rhythm of the universe, the soft glow of distant stars, and the tender shimmer of nebulae blend seamlessly with the cascade, creating a symphony of light that is as soothing as it is sublime. There is an undeniable sense of continuity here. The cascade does not shout its arrival, but rather it unfolds with a graceful persistence, a reminder that even in the immense silence of space, there exists an eternal pulse, a heartbeat that carries the echoes of creation. As you continue your journey along this radiant path, you begin to perceive subtle variations within the cascade, a delicate interplay of brightness and shadow that hints at the complex nature of cosmic energy. In one moment, the light might appear almost liquid, flowing in graceful, curving arcs that mimic the gentle undulations of a terrestrial waterfall. In another, it crystallizes into sharp, ephemeral patterns, like fleeting constellations that form and dissolve before your very eyes. This duality, the fluid merging with the structured, speaks to the very essence of the cosmos, a realm where chaos and order coexist, where the passage of time is marked not by abrupt changes, but by gradual, imperceptible transitions that accumulate into the vast, timeless panorama before you. The experience of witnessing the Celestial Cascade is profoundly humbling. It reminds you that the universe is an intricate web of interconnected moments, each one resonating with the energy of creation and the silent promise of renewal. Every ray of light, every soft ripple, carries with it the legacy of stars long extinguished and the potential for new beginnings, a continuous cycle of birth, decay, and rebirth that is both eternal and ever-evolving. In this grand cosmic dance, you become not merely an observer, but an integral part of the narrative, a fleeting but vital participant in the endless flow of time and energy. There is also a quiet intimacy in the cascade's luminous whisper, a subtle, almost imperceptible murmur that seems to speak directly to the core of your being. It is as if the light itself is a gentle reminder of the beauty of impermanence, a delicate message that, despite the vastness of the cosmos, every moment is precious, every glimmer of existence a fleeting treasure. In that soft, celestial glow, you find solace and inspiration, a call to embrace the ephemeral nature of life, to celebrate the transient yet eternal beauty that surrounds you, and to understand that even the most brilliant light must eventually merge back into the fabric of the universe. As the cascade continues its graceful journey across the heavens, it transforms into a luminous river that carries with it all the dreams and memories of the cosmos. It invites you to follow its gentle course, to lose yourself in its mesmerizing flow, and to allow its radiant energy to fill you with a sense of wonder, hope, and endless possibility. In the soft, unyielding beauty of the Celestial Cascade, you discover that the light is not merely a source of illumination, but a living, breathing symbol of the eternal cycle of existence, a gentle, enduring echo that resonates through every corner of the universe. The mystic mists envelop the world in a quiet, otherworldly shroud, as if nature herself has drawn a veil between the mundane and the realm of dreams. Picture yourself in a secluded glen at the break of dawn, where the air is cool and thick, with a silvery fog that dances softly around ancient trees and crumbling stone. In this suspended moment, the mists drift like spectral ribbons, blurring the boundaries of reality and inviting your imagination to wander freely. The world appears softened, its sharp edges blurred into gentle curves that seem to whisper secrets of ages past and promises of untold mysteries. As you walk along a winding, moss-covered path, the mystic mists swirl around you, their quiet motion like the slow exhalation of an ancient spirit. Every step you take is accompanied by the soft rustling of leaves and the faint murmur of water cascading somewhere unseen, a hidden brook that joins the mists in their delicate dance. The light of early morning struggles through the veil, casting an ethereal glow that transforms familiar shapes into enigmatic silhouettes. A gnarled oak, its branches twisting like arthritic fingers, becomes a guardian of forgotten lore, while a crumbling stone wall, half swallowed by the fog, hints at lost civilizations and secret gatherings held in the hush of twilight. In this dreamlike realm, the mists are not merely an absence of clarity, but an active, enchanting presence. They seem to carry with them the collective memory of the earth, absorbing the warmth of the sun and releasing it slowly as a gentle, caressing glow that comforts and soothes. You find yourself pausing to listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart, to the soft symphony of nature that rises from the interplay of light and shadow. It is as if the mists speak in a language beyond words, a silent conversation that touches the soul and awakens a long-dormant sense of wonder. As you delve deeper into this enchanted environment, the mystic mists reveal subtle transformations. A narrow footbridge, almost invisible in the haze, emerges gradually, its wooden planks slick with dew. Crossing it, you enter a clearing where the fog parts like curtains drawn aside, unveiling a scene of quiet majesty. Here the mists seem to rest, pooling softly in low-lying hollows, and around the bases of ancient boulders, creating little islands of clarity in a sea of ambiguity. The ground, damp and fragrant with the scent of earth and wildflowers, seems to pulse with life, a reminder that even in the softest, most impermanent moments, nature's resilience endures. The interplay of light within the mists is nothing short of magical. Sunbeams break through in sporadic shimmering columns, each one a narrow window into a realm of purity and potential. These fleeting shafts of light illuminate tiny particles floating in the air, a glittering ballet of motes that add texture and depth to the fog. They transform the scene into a living painting, where each brushstroke of luminance is transient yet deeply moving, hinting at the eternal cycle of renewal. In this quiet spectacle, you sense that the mystic mists are a metaphor for the delicate balance between concealment and revelation, a reminder that while some truths may be hidden in shadow, even the faintest light can expose them to the soul. There is also an undeniable intimacy in these mists, as if they are designed to draw you inward. The soft, almost imperceptible sounds of nature, the distant drip of water, the rustle of a timid breeze through the ferns, the gentle murmur of a stream, create a cocoon of stillness. In this sanctuary, the chaos of the outside world fades away, leaving you with nothing but the gentle cadence of your own heartbeat and the comforting murmur of the earth. It is a moment of profound introspection, where every breath becomes a meditation on the impermanence of life and the beauty that lies in its fleeting nature. In time, as the morning unfolds and the sun climbs higher, the mists begin to recede, not with a dramatic vanishing act, but with a slow, graceful dissolution that leaves behind a lingering sense of mystery. The landscape, now clearer yet forever touched by the ephemeral presence of the mists, retains an echo of their magic, a soft afterglow that reminds you that some moments, no matter how transient, leave an indelible mark on the heart. The mystic mists, therefore, are more than a mere atmospheric phenomenon. They are a gentle, persistent reminder of the beauty inherent in mystery and the silent power of nature to transform the ordinary into something sublime. They invite you to let go of your need for absolute clarity, to embrace the unknown, and to find comfort in the realization that every mist-shrouded moment is a small, quiet miracle, a tender promise that even in the haze of uncertainty, beauty, and truth are always within reach. The infinite reflections are a boundless interplay of light and memory, a living mirror that captures the quiet poetry of existence and unfolds like a timeless canvas before your eyes. Imagine standing on the edge of a pristine lake at dusk, where the water is so still it seems to hold the very essence of the sky. In that moment, the lake transforms into an endless mirror, reflecting the delicate hues of a fading sunset, a soft blend of lavender, dusky blue, and a gentle touch of gold. Each ripple, however slight, sends concentric circles across the surface, each one a silent echo of the passing moments of your life. As you gaze into this infinite expanse, you begin to notice that the reflections are not mere images, but a profound dialogue between your past, present, and future. The trees that border the lake, with their graceful branches and flickering leaves, appear twice over, once in their true form and once as a softer, dreamlike silhouette. It is as if every memory, every fleeting smile, every quiet tear has left its mark on the water, creating layers of reflection that seem to stretch into eternity. The experience of these infinite reflections is both meditative and transformative. The gentle undulation of the water, disturbed only by a soft breeze, creates a rhythmic cadence that mimics the heartbeat of time itself. With each subtle movement, the mirror-like surface distorts and reforms, reminding you that nothing in life remains fixed. Each ripple becomes a metaphor for the ways our emotions and experiences flow into one another, sometimes merging seamlessly, sometimes breaking apart to form new patterns. This interplay of light and water speaks to the ever-changing nature of existence, where every moment is both an ending and a beginning. Walking slowly along the water's edge, you become aware of how the infinite reflections invite you to delve deeper into your inner world. Every reflected detail, the curve of a distant hill, the shimmer of a lone bird in flight, the soft outline of your own face, carries a whisper of a memory or a hint of a dream. These images evoke a sense of quiet introspection, as if the lake is urging you to remember the moments that have shaped you and to consider how they will echo into the future. It is a gentle, reassuring reminder that even when moments fade, their echoes linger, contributing to the tapestry of who you are. In the stillness of twilight, as the sky darkens and the first stars begin to pierce the deepening blue, the infinite reflections take on an almost ethereal quality. The water glows with a soft luminescence, and every ripple seems imbued with a secret, an unspoken promise of renewal. The scene is bathed in a quiet magic, a tranquil moment where time appears to stretch out indefinitely, and the boundaries between reality and memory blur into a single, continuous stream. There is a powerful beauty in this endless cascade of reflections. It is as if the lake itself holds the stories of countless lives, capturing the laughter, the sorrow, and the silent, tender moments that might otherwise be lost to time. Each reflected image is like a gentle echo, a reminder that every act, every emotion, leaves behind a trace that continues to reverberate long after the moment has passed. In this way, the infinite reflections become a living chronicle, a soft, enduring testament to the resilience and beauty of the human spirit. As you stand there, lost in the hypnotic dance of reflected light and shadow, you realize that these infinite reflections offer more than just visual splendor. They provide a sanctuary for the soul. They encourage you to embrace change, to honor the quiet transitions of life, and to understand that even the most fleeting moments carry a weight of meaning. In the gentle interplay of light on water, you discover a profound truth, that our lives, with all their twists and turns, are interconnected in ways that transcend time. Every joy, every sorrow, every silent whisper is woven into the vast tapestry of existence, creating a reflection that is as infinite as it is intimate. Ultimately, the infinite reflections are a meditation on the nature of time, memory, and identity, a serene dialogue between the ephemeral and the eternal. They invite you to see beyond the surface, to appreciate the beauty in each transient ripple, and to recognize that every moment, no matter how brief, contributes to the luminous mosaic of your life. And in that quiet, reflective space, you find solace in the knowledge that even as images shift and fade, their gentle echoes remain, lighting your way with an enduring glow that whispers of infinite possibility.